in the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? Botrix has correctly joined the channel. He's flying at the moment, Botrix, isn't he? Has to be said. He's doing well. Let's get everything set up here. Monday. Nice hat, other famous hat. Thank you. I like it. I was going to team it with the silk scarf, but I thought no, it's a little bit OTT. So we've got Sugar Skull Horace instead. And a wee bit of the windy open because it's a bit warm again, obviously. How are you? How are you in yourself? You all right? I bought something. Cage for my phone with a polarizing filter. That filter comes off and you can put different filters on, and it's got, I can do a bit of filming on my phone when I haven't got my camera with me or anything like that, so I like that. I should have got this years ago. Some proper cinematic shots. I'm all about the cinematics at the moment. You are reading? What? Jeff's going mad over on Twitch. Hello to the 6,000 people watching over on Twitch. There's not 6,000 over on Twitch. It is pretty just Mandy on both sides, so to speak. Some weird stuff happening tonight. I say tonight. There's some weird stuff happening on YouTube at the moment. There's loads of updates. One of which there's now a goal in the corner of the live chat for me. And I can set up goals for how much I want people to donate during live chat. So it's getting more and more like Twitch. It's very weird. And then there's little things on the things with the things. Oh, I don't know, there's something weird going on. Please configure. I need to take a picture of this. I couldn't get it sorted last time. Let me just take a picture of this. Not me. It. Done. I'm going to sort that out. It does, doesn't it? A bladeless hacksaw. But you slot your phone in and then you take the camera lens off. And it's got a polarizing filter. So we should be able to get better shots. And now I can't get the piston thing back on. Made by KNF Filters. Very, very good filter company, and Newer do the cage. Who I also like. Esther, how you doing? You're donating your presents. That's my. Well, I haven't. Yeah, there's zero chat revenue because I also haven't set up any goals. I had to look earlier to see if you could set up £6 million or something, and it's not available. But I need to figure out how to do that as well. Please configure both primary and backup streams correctly. I don't know how to. No one's taught me how to do this. But we'll get there. I don't need any donations. Your presence is more than enough. But this is part of what's happening now. The live streaming, Twitch is the biggest live streaming thing going because it's a gamers platform, and there's a whole culture around the live streaming of gaming, including chat culture, which YouTube doesn't have, and the monetization of those streamers, which YouTube is trying to get. And I don't like the idea that it's going down the Twitch route. I don't think it's a good idea. Keep your own sort of, I don't know, your own je ne sais quoi. Stay the way you are. Twitch will look after itself anyway, but yeah. No es bueno, man. Another toy. It is, but don't forget it's also, I've only got one working hand. And if I want to take more and more video, if I haven't got my actual camera with me, despite the fact that I pretty much take this everywhere, if I haven't got it with me and I've got this in the car, then at least I can stick in the phone and get some good cinematic shots. I've been watching so much stuff lately about how to make videos, and I'm starting to feel shit because of it. There's some really talented filmmakers out there. No toy hats bought, no toy hats. Although I did find another one, which I've just chucked on the bed. One that was in another box underneath my desk. One that I used to wear years ago. I haven't worn it for a long time. Found some other bits and pieces. I need to have a proper clear out because I can't find anything. Santa came early. No, Nick bought it. Although Santa did arrive today. I gave Jess a budget, and she wanted a Pandora charm, which is coming tomorrow, and a load of stuff off Amazon. So yeah, go ahead, send me the links. And she's about 80 quid short. So I said, you've still got loads of money to spend. No, you're okay, Dad. So the most ungreedy kid of all time. So I'm going to throw it in a card. She went, no, don't do that. You keep it. I've got to do something. So I need to get a basket to put all this stuff in. It arrived today. So Santa did come today. Steve-o, how you doing, bud? Fake nails, lots of makeup stuff, and a little mini fridge, which I'm going to find out how well it works, because I might be tempted. A bit. But you see, if I wanted a mini fridge, it would have to be a Smeg fridge. It would have to be red. And it would have to be in the background being Red Dwarfy. Yes, hello to Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby Roo, where are you? I need more hats. Which sounds a bit like an Oasis thing, doesn't it? And I need more hats. Yeah, what else? I have been absolutely fucked. I mean, seriously. My back's been knackered. I was trying to put empty wine bottles, non-alcoholic wine bottles, in the recycling basket that we have in the house, which we put our stuff in there until it gets full, then take it out. And I was just leaning forward to put something in rather than throw it in, and my back went. So I've been on Cocodamol and deep heat rub, which is mad. I've had to grab an old dirty t-shirt out the washing because it's not this, obviously, clean for you tonight, because I've been covered in deep heat rub and a smell of menthol, which is lovely. But it is easing off slightly, but I've been knackered. I was up early this morning, left the house at 7:20, and it was pitch pissing black. And then I couldn't pick Jess up after work, after she finished work, because I was working, and I was on the phones alone, ET phone alone. So I've missed seeing her this afternoon. Smegin fridge, exactly. Smegad. Muscular or nerve? Muscular. Thankfully, I have had nerve problems in there in the past. I've suffered from sciatica in the past, which is an absolute pain in the arse, literally. But I thought my back problems were behind me. I don't tend to run around much. I don't stretch too much because of suffering the stroke. I have to be careful with balance, so that I'm not like just bouncing around like I used to when I was a kid. everything takes a little bit more effort. And I thought I'd done all right, but no, apparently not. Apparently not. And when I tried to stand up, it was like part of my body was saying, nah, mate, you've had enough here. Thought I do like driving in the dark, I really do. And especially if you watch the video where I mentioned this a few times, I wish I could have got a decent... In fact, you know what? That on the bottom, see the little holes? You can put a mount. Oh, you can put a mount. That goes in there. I can mount it to the dashboard. I might start doing that, where I can get better camera shots of where I've been and where I'm going, because it's absolutely amazing. That transition from daylight to dusk, blue hour, into night is the best time to be driving. It's amazing. When I was coming back from the airport on Sunday, I just had me GoPro with me, but it ran out of charge completely, and I don't know how, because it wasn't even switched on. Otherwise, I'd have got a much better footage of that. That's what the ball at the bottom of the bedstead is for. I need a ball as well. I genuinely need a football. I don't care if I fall over and break my neck. I want to kick a ball and miss it. On the 4th of December, it was the 5th anniversary since I tore my medial ligaments in my left knee. I haven't kicked a ball for 5 years. I want to kick a ball, don't care. I'll go in the garden. Won't sprint at it, obviously, because I can't run. I'll take a couple of steps and I will volley a ball as hard as I can. I need to get out my system. I'm going to do it. I need to get a ball. We have had balls in this house, footballs in this house, these houses for the last 40 odd years, and then the last 18 months, there's not one to be seen anywhere. But I want one. I need to kick a ball. It looks like a saw, it does. Manny just said that as well. Like a hacksaw. But it's not. See? It's got a filter on the front. Polarising filter, so it looks nice. I should be able to get some really, really nice shots. Thought you don't know how to restrict views on the dashboard. That looks massive. I'm tall. I can get away with it. Plus, if they say anything, I claim to be a famous YouTuber. Excuse me, Mr. Police Officer, you're in my light. Excuse me. Fuck 'em. Who cares? But it's not. It's not. You're allowed to have your phone on there anyway, aren't you? And with it being sideways, it's only sideways. I'm looking way over the top of it anyway, so it'll be sound. It'll be all right. Don't worry. It doesn't restrict the dashboard. I'm tall, and it's a wide car, so I'm all right. Yeah. Anyway, that would have been lovely having that, especially on Sunday. I need to take it out this week and see what it's like if there's a decent sunset with the polarising filter. See what that looks like. Hopefully it might look sweet, and then I can also buy other filters for it, like a black mist. I have a black mist filter on this at the moment. I always leave it on. Supposed to make the skin tones look more creamy, do you know what I mean? I need all the help I can get having a face like this. Looks like the lock you bought for your e-bike. E-bike gum. Looks like one of those chest improvers, yes. I must improve my bust. A proper 70s chest expander. The plaintive cry of I'm filming this, you know. Yes. Excuse me. I am filming. Which is normally followed by the handcuffs being slapped on. And you're being kicked in the back of a paddy wagon. Well deserved too. Oh, tune man, it's there on the dookie. I like it though. It is handy. I mean, literally handy. I can hold it one-handed, or I can practice. This is part of rehabilitation. Plus, I am a gear wanker. We know that. It's funny as well. You know, I've mentioned there's a woman in Southport who's got a channel that I watch, who goes to North Wales and the Lake District and that. She put a video out a couple of days ago from Southport, wandering around the town, and she said, I've got a new camera, and before she even said what it was, I recognised it was definitely an Osmo Pocket 3, just by the style of the film. It's amazing. I'm starting to get dialed into all this now, aren't I? And I don't want to lose my microphone, she says. Get one of them. Magnetic lanyard. Get it, man, it's great. All the gear, no idea. It's me. Yeah, I was watching something earlier on. There's a YouTuber called Gawx, Gawx, and his channel Gawx Art. And they were doing a breakdown of one of his videos, and this fella took the first 60 seconds of his video, and there is so much in that 60 seconds. This is one of the most talented people I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing. And he did more in 1 minute than I've done in my entire YouTube career. When you added this week's fives, you added experiment 4, Kate Bush. What do you mean experiment 4? Fluffy Mike. That's also known as a dead cat. A wind muff, more muff, or a dead cat. That is really good. Those mics, if anyone's watching, DJI Mic 2, are absolutely incredible. They really are. Best mics, best lavalier mic I've ever used. And that came free. Just that one came free with the camera, because it connects directly to it. But if it didn't, I would definitely go out and buy the transceivers. They're amazing. It wouldn't last 2 minutes in your house. Rubes would love it. That's why. These get, I mean, we haven't got any animals apart from the people that live here. These get stuck everywhere. That bit on the back is also magnetic. That's a spare little bit of plasticky stuff. And that magnets onto stuff. Oh, I can't do it. Yeah, I can, look. So you can magnet it that way, or put it at an angle, or this is the kind of thing that I stick onto lampposts when I'm recording myself. Which, of course, people driving around Southport are going to just see me talking to a lamppost, animatedly having a conversation with a lamppost, and they're going to be thinking, what the hell is he up to? Shall we phone a welfare check from the busies? Bizarre. Muff, muff? Who said muff? It's rolled off my tongue, Steve. You're saying nothing, Mandy? Well, let's hear it then. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is above me. We have seen that, haven't we? Add your own sound effects. Zwish, 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 zwish. Proper gadget boy I am. Louise. Evening all. Very copper of you. Just popping in to see what condition our condition is in. To give us all a big hug. Oh, thanking you. Drop a like. If you don't go and get stuff done, Christmas is postponed till February. Do it. Let it be postponed till February. Much better. Because by February, you'd be crying out for Christmas. Because February's shit, isn't it? Mind you, no, January's shit. Your newest mega hoodie is muffless. We've had sleepers in Seattle, but also muffless in mould now. You're not even in mould, are you? Hugs. Giza hug. But... ... which I think is S in Morse code, isn't it? It's got pockets. Women are obsessed with pockets, aren't they? I found this. No offence, ladies, but social media, would convince me that women are obsessed with pockets. If somebody brought out a dress with pockets, it would sell by the bajillion. Dragon's Den, that. What is it? It's a dress and it's got pockets. Sign me up. I'm not even wearing a vest. I haven't got a vest on and I haven't got a hoodie on. But I am wearing thermal socks and I shouldn't because they're red hot. I keep saying, don't I? Never scrimp on your socks. Always pay the most you can. I have completely failed in that because I bought cheap thermal socks off Amazon and they are amazing. I mean, amazing with a capital hum. They're great. A vest and thermal socks of a morning have been an absolute boon. Steve, you've been in a t-shirt and shorts all day on the Costa del Croma. It's been warm, hasn't it? I mean, seriously, not cold. Not cold. Actually warm today. Was it 11 degrees up here? And there was a Sirocco coming in from... Do Siroccos come from Morocco? I don't know. But it was warm. The wind was warm. It was the winds of change. Yeah, you're obsessed with pockets because most female stuff doesn't have any. Dresses especially, and I've seen some sort of summery dresses that have got them. Just make dresses with pockets. Women are obviously demanding that they have them, and seemingly no one wants to make them. Egypt, 15, bloody hell. That's proper, that, isn't it? That's spring weather. Never mind pissing. Almost, it's Christmas week almost, isn't it? Isn't New Year's Eve, not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve supposed to be red hot? And by red hot I mean, yeah baby, red hot. Here we go. Christmas Eve is 11 degrees, high of 11 degrees. Christmas Day, 12. There is not going to be a white Christmas unless you're in Bolivia or Peru or Colombia or something. Vest and socks, I am showing my age. I am. I'm old. And I've got a bad back. So, you know, it's got to be done. But I was going to say, I've got to that age where it's all about comfort over style, but I've always been comfort over style. Apart from when I'm wearing the Horace Sugar Skull t-shirt, available from the merch store. From all good merch stores and some shit ones. I'll pin him in there now. Pin massage. Men have pockets, ladies have Louis Vuitton. Exactly. You could be, you could go skater girl, couldn't you? And have cargo pants with loads of pockets. Where you can fit all kinds of stuff in them. Actually, you've even got a coat with fake pockets, so you end up never wearing it because it's not practical. What's the point in making fake pockets? If you're making the pockets, make them pockets. It's not rocket science. It's not even pocket science. I mean, just make them. If you make them, they will come and buy them. My tea's too hot. I screwed the lid on too early. I timed it all completely wrong. I was working till 7 o'clock and I've had to run round like an absolute D-bag afterwards. Why have pockets when you're going to spend £2,000? 2 bags on a handbag. £2,000, man. My car costs £2,000. Women get to an age when they refuse to carry other people's shit in their handbags. But they'll quite happily carry their own. Who was I talking to about this? I can't remember. My nan used to go out and no matter what you asked her for, she had it in a handbag. Like Mary Poppins. Have you got such and such? And she'd go in a bag. This would be in the pub. She'd go in a bag to be a remote control. There'd be a pair of pliers. Be something else, like Stanley blade. What are you doing? She emptied the shed into her handbag before she left. Mad. Ladies who go by public transport, better not to have a purse. A coat with pockets is safest. Yep. And especially pockets on the inside if you can, for your Dwayne Eddies. That's maybe where fake pockets come in handy. Someone's trying to pickpocket you and you're doing that. Trying to find a way in, you just elbow them in the face. Not happened to me that yet. I've not been mugged yet, not been pickpocketed yet. And I've been to London loads. I might just look homeless, that's what it is, isn't it? There's no point trying to get anything off him, he looks homeless. When was the last time you went by public transport? I'm trying to think, mine must have been now. Well, it's well over 2 years ago. 2.5 years. The Bee Gees' mum always carried a pork pie in her handbag in case she didn't like the fancy food her lads took her to, right? So you could have took her to the Ritz, the Ivy. What would you like? Grilled sea bass on a foam of monkey placenta. I'll have a pork pie, love. I'll have a pork pie. Proper northern mum. Was it Manchester they were from originally? They're from everywhere, aren't they, the Bee Gees? They're from Manchester, the Isle of Man and Australia at the same time. I don't trust the Bee Gees. There's something wrong with them. I mean, I know there's not many of them left now, is there? Well, there's one, isn't it? The one who looks like Jesus. But, yeah, there's something... I still want to do the helium karaoke, singing Bee Gees songs after helium balloons. But I think you can get done for that now, can't you? Doing helium balloons. Isn't that what the kids do in car parks? Being a smidge under, yes, 6'4" might discourage pickpockets. Also, before the stroke, I used to walk with purpose, to the point where if you wanted to catch up with me, you would have to run to catch up with me. And if you're running after someone, it looks obvious to other people around that you're up to no good. Yeah, people tend to give me a wide berth, based on the fact that even though I'm a lover, not a fighter, you know, I'm a chilled Zen kind of guy. If I punch you, it would fucking hurt, so they don't tend to mess around. It's a life lesson, that one, isn't it? Many people might have tangled with someone of my size and then suddenly got punched in the face and thought, oh, do you know what, I'm not doing that again. Well, that was a stupid thing, so I don't want it. I mean, I'm 6'4", and I wouldn't mess around with someone who's 6'4" either. They had an audience with the Bee Gees, and Lulu was sitting next to their mum. Lulu. They mentioned the pork pie, and Lulu looked in her handbag and found one, right? If you, do you know what though? If you've got your principles, stick to them. If you are a BG mum and you don't like, you know, poncy food, take your pork pie with you. Have pork pie will travel. Good on her. Is her name Lily or something? Sounds like the mum would be called Lily in my mind. Lily BG. I know her name's Gabe like, but you know, Lily BG. You were thinking exactly the same, yeah. Yeah, not only pickpockets, do you grab the phone out of your hands, which is why you don't wander around with your phone in your hand. There's one of those half-wit influencers who's also OnlyFans and what have you. Which one was it? Was it Astrid Wet? The Chelsea fan. Fucking hell. Filming herself on the South Bank in London. And then someone went past and took a phone and it looks so set up, it's ridiculous. But she was moaning about it and everybody on social media, not a single bit of sympathy for it. You fucking idiot, you're wandering around London with your phone out, giving it one of these, doing duck face. You deserve to be pickpocketed, you dickhead. That's right. Don't be advertising it. If you've got a phone in your pocket, keep it in your pocket. If you need to take it out and take a picture of something, get in between people and watch out for little half-wits on bikes. People on bikes in London, do not trust them. Apart from police, on police bikes, obviously. Well, sort of. That happens everywhere, doesn't it? Every big city that you go to, there will be pickpockets and thieves. Just in some cities, when it happens and someone sees them, they'll get a smack in the mouth. Other places, people just get out the way and let the thief run away. Quite funny as well seeing that. Where it's been caught on camera, someone's running away with someone else's phone, and then some absolute grok sees it, just goes bang, smashes into them, rugby tackles them to the floor. Yeah, they wait near the doors and grab the phones as the doors are closing on the trains. Do not stand near the doors with your phone in your hand. Keep it away. Pockets with zips on if you can. Inside pocket. And then watch out for ne'er-do-wells, footpads and vagabonds near train doors. Little bastards. Why go out and do a full day's work when you can just go and graft? Take other people's money off them. Fuckers. Jackie Lewis, what about you? Good evening. How are you? You alright? Don't wear backpacks. No. Don't advertise the fact that you're a tourist is the main thing, isn't it? Despite the fact that I do wander around wearing cargo pants, which is, you know, may as well have a little sign on your back saying tourist. But then you also hear the accent I tend to find in London especially. And they give you a wide berth there as well, because I think they're slightly worried about Scousers being lunatics. You've been pretty good. I'd be happy with that. Pretty good is better than my not bad usually, isn't it? So it's a step up from that at least. I need a new backpack, funnily enough. Now that you mention it, I need a new backpack. I did have one, and it's disappeared. I don't know where it is. I've lent it to someone. It's never come back. It was only a cheap thing anyway. I'll pick one up tomorrow. I've got my over-the-shoulder record bag, which is great, but as I'm going out now, I'm taking more and more film and stuff with me. It's a bit more bulky, so I need a backpack style. Hopefully that'll work better. I don't yet need a camera bag. Proper camera bag for lenses and cameras and things. I am not that wanky yet. I might be at some point. You never know. I am still tempted to buy another camera though. Genuinely. Can't help myself. Can't help myself. I'm a gated. What are we talking about tonight? Don't know, what are we talking about tonight? Thieving bastards on the underground. Having your phone out in public. Doing this. And expecting not to get robbed. Yet. Exactly yet. I need a JD sports bag like in the 90s. Absolutely. Or, even better, a head bag like the 80s. I want a proper head bag and I want a smeg fridge. I put them together and I've got smeg head. Makes perfect sense to me. Scum. Subhuman scum is what we're talking about. New toys. Yeah, old boys and the new toys. I know, it's no good at all, is it? Doesn't matter how good the camera is. I am not a filmmaker. I'm just a tit with a camera. And I've already got cameras. But what I haven't got is a decent... I mean, that's alright, but you can't actually plug... There's nothing to plug audio into it. You can't do it. You can with the one I'm filming on now. But that stays there. Because as soon as I take things out, obviously it goes knackered. So I could do with a proper filming camera at some point. If I learn how to be a much better tuber of you. Anyone that does that is scum. Subhuman scum, as Alan Partridge would say. Why do you want a bag for your head? You see my face? I could do with 2 bags. Like coming out, Jimmy 2 bags now I'm talking about, bruv. Ali, how you doing? Helen, not head, I got that one. Oh, hands in the air. Waving them like she just don't care. Hally ho. The head bags as well. They were huge in the 80s. The casuals were all wearing them. I did sort of, but then they went a little bit pingy. Never fell off, but they went a little bit pingy. So I need to take them off when I've got a bit more time and get them done better. In fact, you know what? Balls to it, stay in there. Balls to it, balls. It was looking all right, but then it's just, I just need to take a bit more time and have more than one hand. That would work well. You had the fake brown Adidas bag. I used to love them. I think I had one of them as well. Did you do them in blue as well, if I remember rightly? I had a head bag. I had the Puma one that everyone used to write on the white stripe on the side of it. What else did I have? Fake leather, yeah. Off Great Market. Head bags, you only know fanny bags. Not, did you not get head bags over there? Do you know the tennis company Head? I'm going to find a proper 80s. Ah, there you go, vintage. This is not a 90s bag, it's an 80s bag. Yeah, helmet. One of them. Not remember them. If you go back and look at football hooligans in the 1980s in the UK, you'll find there's all lads there stood, all wearing Adidas trabs and what have you. But there's always at least one person with a head bag on, and it's just bizarre. Why are you taking that with you? Is the merch on sale? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I'm sure there'll be something coming up at some point. There'll be free shipping at the end of the month as always. Sport bag, yeah, made by Head, so it's a Head bag. Sergio Tacchini. I love Sergio. I think I've got a tracky top, a Sergio tracky top somewhere. I've got me Fila Borg tracky top. I love that. Me Fila BJ. Why is it called a Head bag? It's a bag and it's made by the company Head. The company's called Head. They make tennis rackets and things. Yeah, look on the side of it. The name on the side is Head. No, it was a style. It's the brand, but everyone just knows it as a Head bag. As soon as you say a Head bag, anyone that was there during the 80s will say, ah, yeah, I know what you mean. Over the shoulder. Big, heavy bag full of stuff. Put your cans in there. Kappa. We've got one of the Everton merch sites. There's a famous thing of Neville Southall sat against the goalpost. We were getting beat 3-0 by Leeds at half time and he just didn't go in. Couldn't be arsed talking to anyone in there, so sat outside for half time, leaning against the goalpost. And I've used that and put it back to back to make it look like a Kappa sign and changed it from Kappa to Keeper, which is brilliant. It's a fantastic thing. I might get one of the t-shirts, it looks great. You was thinking a big bag worn on your head. No. Never saw that. It's a very, very British thing, I think, for the 80s especially. Although I don't know, is it a foreign... Is it a foreign company? It's an American-Austrian. Fucking hell, it's a lot going on there, isn't it? America and Austria. Head Sport GmbH is an American-Austrian manufacturing company headquartered in Kennelbach. It owns the American tennis racket brand Head, right? So it was originally an American brand. But it was huge in the 30s. Great minds think alike. Well said. Bit of slangy going on. Small mind but a big heart. Ah. Yeah, Mandy, how's your book reading going on? How are you getting on? Have you read all 950 Terry Pratchett books yet? Guess you were too goth or too punk to realise, probably. As footy fans were bouncing around with headbags, you're wearing black lace, fingerless gloves and spitting at passers-by and what have you. Extra hot skinny latte with extra shot in takeaway cup for Jack. What was head part of Spalding? It might have been. Sounds about right, doesn't it? But those bags that weren't really overly expensive at the time are now fetching in good money. Good Dwayne Eddies. I mean, that one at the moment is 85 quid. £85 and it's in 2 baskets already, so there's people watching this that will go for more on eBay. Nearly finished the latest book. Oh, very, very nice. A pint of your finest foaming ale, please, barkeep, for our Steve. Proper booze. You can't give a baby booze. A proper pint. None of this microbrewery shite. A proper pint. Proper pint. Book 30 or 41 next up. You are powering through. Have you noticed how I change between book and book without even thinking? I can't work out why. I've got no idea. Is it because if I'm talking about something middle class, all of a sudden I turn, I say, very bookish? Why is it 41 books? Because he wrote 41 of these books. Possibly. I don't know. No, he wrote about 600, didn't he? Or is that just me making stuff up? I think it's absolutely amazing. Authors writing one book is amazing in itself. Being able to write loads is just, I don't get it. I just don't get it. A bucket of Murphy's Red, of course. Turlick. All the females in the house are very well. Lovely, lovely stuff. Yes, he shuffled off this mortal coil, otherwise there may have been more. 41 was where he was up to when he gained his wings. Who are we talking about? We are talking about Terry Pratchett, the author dude who wrote all the Discworld, isn't it? Discworld books. Books. See? Books. 41 Discworld books. See, I'm being posh again now. Discworld books. Very nice, very nice. That's a lot of books as well as books. And he did loads of other ones as well, didn't he? Non-Discworld ones. You've got to admire someone to be able to pump out that amount of quality literature. Tegs Pradge. I was starting to make a little bit of a video earlier on about this. Knowing what your voice is. Once you know, it's amazing. You can, I'm not saying you can pump out a load of shite, but you can easily then start getting ideas and creating. When you can't find your voice, it's bloody hard, man. See that? If my hand was working, I could pick that up. I could write a song for you live now. I know how to do it. I can't really. I'm struggling with the filmmaking side of things and finding a way of expressing what's deep inside me. Apart from all the bitterness and hate, obviously. Sky bought the rights. Yeah, I remember seeing, what was they had one on over Christmas one year, full of absolutely incredible actors, and I never watched it because obviously other things were happening. He co-wrote Good Omens. Was that with Neil Gaiman? Neil Gaiman. I like that. I haven't read it. I watched the Amazon Prime. It was on it. I think it was on BBC first, but it was on Amazon Prime. David Tennant. It was rather good, innit? As always. David J. I was, wasn't he? The book's better. Your favourite? I have to try that because I did like it. But anything with David Tennant and Michael Sheen, especially together, it's just incredible. If you've not watched Staged, I suggest that you do. It's amazing. Them two are just being themselves, but an extended version of themselves, an exaggerated version. It's rather good. Yeah, here's David Tennant's fantastic. I remember him when he was an advert actor. He was in a few adverts. I thought, who's this? He's always appearing, and all of a sudden he's some big full-on Shakespearean Doctor Who lunatic. Fair play to him. Was it about a post office or something? What was that one? David Jason. The Colour of Magic. That's the one, isn't it? The Colour of Magic. Let's have a look who was in there. I will tell you who was in this now. On account of the fact that I can, because I can read. All casting crew. David Jason, who's Del Boy and Inspector Frost. Sean Astin, who was in The Goonies. Tim Curry, Canal. Jeremy Irons. Brian Cox, not him, the other one. Christopher Lee. Terence Pratchett himself. James Cosmo, I like him. He always plays a bastard. David Bradley, another fantastic. Nigel Planer. I'm flying past some people here as well, like. Shend. I've seen him in loads of stuff as well. There's some good people in that, man. Roger Ashton Griffiths, like him as well. Bloody hell, what a cast that is. I shall have to check that out, man. You funk soul brother. Stage is brilliant. Absolutely superb. 2 years ago, Terry Hall died, and I miss him every day. What a voice. He was also on the shortlist for That Voice. There might be 3. There might be a third version. Number 2 is almost filmed. So, yeah, Terry Hall and Alison Moyet were on the reserve list. I love his voice. Nothing like you'd imagined him. Isn't that always the way, though? Have we named the winged bear yet? I'm leaning towards Ted Dwarf only because of Kippers Vindaloo being a very, very red dwarf area. And I want a red Smeg fridge at some point. But it's not guaranteed yet. It's a fantastic cast. Sean Astin was in The Goonies. Yes, never mind Lord of the Rings. He was the main guy, wasn't he, in The Goonies? Has Michael Sheen given up Hollywood? Possibly. He's very Welsh, isn't he? Very Welsh. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. I like the fact that he loves the country that he comes from, and rather than making bajillions over in Hollywood, would rather spend time wandering the valleys, shouting "Cachi Hwch" at the top of his voice. See, being Scouse, I can do that. Cachi Hwch! Natural, absolute natural. Was he in a play playing Nye Bevan? He was, wasn't he? I think was the BBC making a film of that as well. I mean, obviously, come on, if you're going to make a film about Nye Bevan or you're going to do a stage play about him, you're going to have to get Michael Sheen to play him. And also, obviously, doing Under Milkwood. Wow, man. Smeg do travel mugs. Seems though Thermos haven't come forward with a sponsorship. Thermos, you may not be worth for much longer. Let's have a look. Ooh. I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of buying something called Smeg coffee. Travel mug. No, don't like coffee. I'll have a look. I might get one. I was watching something the other day about Stanley Cup. You seen them who make travel mugs? They're about to go out of business, and then a load of women in the States decided to do a deal with them. But as long as they made them in pastel colours, and they went absolutely mental for them, to the point where now they're 10 times their income. See, Stanley, no, one Smeg. I'll find one. Are you watching Thermos? I will find one. It's quite cool, that, isn't it? It's quite cool, I like that. Very 60s. I can imagine an astronaut drinking out of that. Oh, 320ml. The bigger the better, obviously. Oh, I'm going to get one. But I don't want it in black or white. I want it in cream or green or proper 60s colour. Oh, there's a pink one. Peach. Oh, 8 colours. Ooh. Oh, there's a purple. Oh, purple Smeg. Man. Purple Smeg. Yeah. You always mix him up with Martin Sheen, but his real name is Spanish, yes. Estevez, as in he is the father of Emilio Estevez. Stanley Cups everywhere, but they weren't. They were about to go out of business, and those women over in the States, they were a group of ended up being a group of influencers, and it just took off completely. And they must be getting a cut of it as well. You like the red Thermos better? Boo. There is a royal blue one. I need to get the royal blue one. You've got a lovely blue enamel Stanley 2-litre flask for work. Very nice. Blue though. Blue. Come on, Steve. Blue. Is Martin Sheen in a Hollywood family? He is. He is the father of Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez, who are brothers, despite having completely different names. Also a very good actor himself, Martin Sheen. And it's weird. You think the kids don't look anything like him, and then you see them side by side, and they both look like the dad in different ways. Emilio even sounds like him when he talks. The highlight of his career, of course, Emilio Estevez, was dancing in the Breakfast Club. Once you've done that, what else are you going to do? Yeah, only Emilio Estevez kept a Latin name. He did because he didn't want the name Sheen. Didn't want to be seen as a nepo baby, getting by on his dad's name instead. No, go back with the original. Sheen's daughter played a secretary in West Wing. I haven't seen that. Who's the Welsh woman married to big Hollywood man? That would be Catherine Zeta-Jones. married to Michael Douglas, son of Kirk Douglas. Dodgy boiler, Michael Douglas. Very dodgy. He's the best way of putting it. He's been quite the swordsman over the years, hasn't he? Around Hollywood, as Mr. Douglas. He said he had a problem. Was it a sexaholic? He said he was. I have a problem. Yeah. Constantly getting caught. That's what your problem is, mate. Kirk Douglas, didn't he just... I was just say he died recently. I'm talking about the last 5 years or so. And he was over 100, if I remember rightly. Yes, 2020. Born December the 9th, 1916 in Amsterdam, New York. Died February 5th, 2020 in Beverly Hills, California, aged 103. That man lived a life. Good actor as well. How is it Christmas next week? It has just flown by this year, hasn't it? I mean, seriously flown by. A few years ago it was. Yeah, it was. 2020. I mean, I know it's a bit more than a few years. Or it's a bit more than it feels, but it is fairly recent. But 103 is absolutely incredible. I mean, obviously it helps being a multi-billionaire and having hot and cold running nurses on the go. Or is that his son? Not bad for a one-eyed Viking. Absolutely. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Love that film. Why is that never shown? Why is all the other stuff shown, but that never is? That should be on more often, I think. The Vikings. He's in some good stuff, wasn't he? Spartacus. And some of the early stuff he was in. I mean, like proper early stuff. 1930s and things. There's loads of them on Talking Pictures TV. Some really good stuff on there. There's also some utter shite on there, but I love that. The acting was abysmal. The stories were normally better, though. No reliance on special effects. So if you wanted to tell a story, you had to tell a story. You know what I mean? Now, see when I move forward, you can see the bokeh in the background, all blurry. Cinematic. See what I do for you? Cinematic. Him and Tony Curtis running the oars. Were they pimps in that, were they? Tony Curtis was another one as well. Lived a bit of a life. Proper. Mandy's Spartacus. Oh, I'm Spartacus. This is bizarre, by the way. Genuinely bizarre, because keep your eye on the screen in about the next 2 or 3 minutes and see what comes up. And I genuinely did this hours ago. Have a look what Jeff says on the screen in the chat. How am I feeling myself at the moment? I'm feeling sore, but it's getting better. My back's been really sore the last few days, to the point where my legs were aching as well because I've not been walking properly. I need to get out and walk, actually walk, push through the pain barrier, because I'm now feeling bad as a result of not getting enough exercise. But I'll get there. How are you feeling in yourself? Yeah, I'm going to get there. I need to push a little bit. I need to buy a ball. I need to kick it hard. I need to go out in the open air and walk. I've had enough of not moving. It's not good for you. I know when I had no energy and I wasn't feeling good, I had to stay in, but I now have to push myself through it. I genuinely have to. I haven't been out filming as much because it's dark all the time. But I need to get out there and start getting it, man. Look at that. Seriously, that was written about 3 hours ago. And it was about 2 minutes too late otherwise. That's fucking bizarre, that, isn't it? Yes, Jeff is also Spartacus, so it's not just you and Steve, Mandy. Jeff is with you. How has that worked? You tell me now, how has that worked? Apart from the fact that Jeff is obviously evil. Just call me Dynamo, because I'm normally out at night. Genuinely, I haven't messed around with that. That was written hours ago. What? Jeff, burn the witch. Lou Pause, which sounds like a 1920s blues piano player, doesn't it? Jaffarticus. It is very spooky, that really is. As soon as you said, I mean, we're talking about Spartacus, so obviously someone was going to say it, but as soon as you put I am Spartacus, I thought, that's, please come up straight away now. Oh, it took a couple of minutes, but that's just, it's strange. And I put the lottery on for tonight, so you never know. That could be a sign, it could be an omen, it could be a portent. You didn't know it was coming up either. It's just bizarre, absolutely bizarre. It's kind of freaked me out, that now. I know we say Jeff's always watching, but my word. Very freaky. Does Jeff need his own Spartacus merch now? What? Esther Vil could what? Alison Alio. I don't want to sound horrible here, but from one stroke victim to another, are you alright? What the fucking hell are you putting in the chat there? And Befoil Kid Agam Dulgo and Letras. What on earth is that? That's pretty much what I was sending people after I had my stroke. Are you okay? Well, we'll see if there was a Letras. Anyone spoken to Kirsty? I've not seen her in the RDA. Mind you, I've not really looked today. Is she alright? Ah, she's been in the chat anyway. Anyone spoken to her? In Soviet Russia, Spartacus is you. Jeff did create Spartacus. Jeff was around at the time. You have to learn that phrase quick in primary school if you want to go to the toilet. Hand up and then a mouthful of Irish. Fair play, fair play. You checked in with her yesterday, that's good then. I also need to apologise to Laz. I never got a notification about him going live yesterday. Otherwise, I'd have joined in and watched him anyway, but I also dropped the video while he was live, and I think that's not acceptable on my behalf, so I'll apologise to him. Not the done thing. Caragumdal Godi on Let Harris. And Will Caragumdal. I'm sure I know him. A mum's on antibiotics, bit better but still ill. Any improvement, I think, is look at the positive side of things. Getting better, that's the thing. Concentrate on that. We're getting better, man. Notifications are dreadful. I know. If you release 3 videos or a video or post and a live during the day, after that you don't get any more notifications going out on your channel. But Piggly next. But even so, I never got a notification at all, and I don't think Laz put out loads of videos, did he, yesterday? So I'm annoyed with that. I don't like doing that, especially if it was no big deal, was it? Just a shitty video about me day. Was it? I don't even know what it was. Jenksy, hand up on the R. The red hand of Ulster. Yeah, I don't like doing that. I could have waited. It wasn't a problem, like, but it was only when I noticed afterwards that the VOD had been put up for his stream that I felt really guilty. I'll have to send him a message. I don't like that. The BBC is trying to stop the Starmer Christmas song reaching #1. The BBC try that with everything, don't they? And look what happens. They tried to stop Relax by Frankie and it got to #1. They tried to stop God Save the Queen and it got to #1. It's the Streisand effect, isn't it? Or the Streisand effect. Bog Rolls finished. Oh, no. Didn't get a notification for a video from me yesterday. And I haven't been putting loads out, so there must be something wrong. A Fanta for Ali Ali O. Right, didn't go into the details. I'm not surprised. Just, if she's saying, oh, she's getting better, just leave it at that. Didn't get the merch notifications either. Next time there's any kind of offer, I'll let you know. I'll specifically send it to you. I didn't get a spare set. I didn't get a set of socks either. I didn't order anything this time round. But if you're doing that, if you're doing free socks, then they might have other things like that during the year. So we'll keep an eye out on that. Oh, finger going through. We don't want that. Get it replaced. Don't be dragging yourself around the carpet like the Red Arrows. Come on. Ale wench. Jackie the ale wench. Oh, man. I need to be careful how I sit. Occasionally I'll move and it suddenly get a warm feeling where the pain came from. Also, remember that you're male as well if you're using deep heat rub. And no matter how many times you wash your hands, it doesn't come off completely. Lessons learned. There's got to be a way of getting it off your fingers. Put a cushion behind my back. I have got cushions. I've got one on the bed, funnily enough. I've got pillows on there. I've got bolsters. I've got 2 big, huge body pillows, and I've also got a normal cushion. You can't move on there. It looks like looks like Anzora. Looks like Aruri. Tomash, you were doing a shift on the bar at the port the other day. The Spanish actor fella came in, the one married to Penelope Cruz. Him from No Country for Old Men with the hair, Bond villain. He was kicking off and causing all kinds of trouble. Which one was that? No Socks Please, We're British. Definitely showing your age there. That's a proper 70s film, that, isn't it? Ale for the sexy gorilla. If it's inflamed, don't use deep heat. Use the freeze gel or the spray. I have got the freeze gel as well. I'll use that later, actually. You're a bog roll hoarder. You just have to get it from the shed. Can't think of his name. He was really problematic in here. Who was in that? I haven't seen Antonio Banderas. Yeah. Have you barred him? Go on. Have you barred him? No, he's on his final warning.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor. Actually, that wasn't very poor at all, but I'm going to give you that anyway. Tough crowd. I couldn't remember who it was. I don't think. I'm not even sure I've actually seen the film. Is that where it all went during lockdown? You have got a shed full of thunder roll, so called for its for wiping the underneath. It's a tough crowd, but you get what you see. Have you barred him? No, he's on his last warning. It's got to be done in a Lancashire accent, though, hasn't it? You get your coat. You're supposed to say A after that as well. A, have you barred him? A, have you? Yes. Man, you are rubbish with names. What we're going to have to do with any of these jokes, we'll have to work them out in advance and then start putting people's faces on screen for you. I say. That fella from film, Ping. Have you barred him? That's have you barred him. Hey, I told you, have you barred him? We'll have to get Louise to do that one, to speak those lines, because that's in her voice, obviously. Melanie. You're going to unpack the shopping, listening in. Hope we're all well. We are, apart from the fact that Jeff has freaked us all out. Big time. Jeff is concerning. He's here all week. My mother-in-law bought her a chair for Christmas, wouldn't let us plug it in. Can he spin round with his pint though? Centrifugal force. I hate that, you know. Soccer AM used to be absolutely brilliant, and now it's also, well, it's not even on anymore, is it? But now it went shite because they spoiled it, as always. Always bloody spoiling stuff. Bloody spoilers coming over here spoiling. What's Jeffrey done now? Right, Jeffrey's little automated chat that he puts on screen gets written about 2 or 3 hours before the stream starts, and about a minute after his was about to come on, or a minute before his was about to come on, Mandy started saying, "I'm Spartacus," at which point Jeff just suddenly went, "I'm Spartacus," which freaked me out because I knew it was coming, and also was very, very odd the way it was timed. It could have been timed about 30 seconds better, but that's it. Very, very strange. What did we get you? Light drizzle. Northern boys love gravy. Did I get goo? I've got goo. Got 2 goo left. 2 goo. Oh, 2 goo. I need more goo. Chat was gone on the phone. Bastard. I'm Spartacus. Yeah, it was bizarre because I didn't start the conversation about or trying to fit it in, so it came up naturally, and all of a sudden, bang, I'm Spartacus, followed by Jeff. I'm Spartacus. Sheephead and Fenners were brilliant back in the day. And the Manchester News, brilliant. And the love it. Just superb. Great comedy. You've been toggling since the beginning. Hang on. Have you really? Steve started it with the Vikings. There you go. Well, it all started off with... You started it. No, you started it really with Michael Douglas, son of Kirk Douglas, who was in the Vikings, who was also Spartacus, who then Jeff went, "Oh yeah, I'm Spartacus as well." It is bizarre. Very, very strange. Sheephead's back on the new podcast he do. He is brilliant, I must admit, I do like him. But just spoiled it. Why mess with it? Trying to, I don't know, trying to make it relevant to the youth, the men them. It wasn't about the youth, it wasn't youth who were watching it, it was middle-aged fellas watching it, because it was hilarious. I started with Catherine Zeta-Jones. No, but actually, no. Do you know who started it? Who started it with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez? Esther started it. Esther, Vez. There you go. It started off. That's how conversations work, isn't it? One thing to another, to another, to another, and then all of a sudden, Jeff pipes in with the exact fucking line. That's what blew me mind. Now. Totally bizarre. It was like totally bizarre. Totally. Just eating a mint aero mousse. I hate you. I could eat one of them right now. I could eat really good one. Eat one right now. I am hungry. I've had nothing to eat yet. I've had no tea. I was going to make one. I was going to make one tea earlier. I was going to make something to eat earlier and I didn't. So I might have to just, when we finish, throw a load of duck spring rolls in the oven. Were it nice? Who's tried the mint Teddy's orange? I was going to do a hat Wednesday and I didn't get round to it because obviously blue arse flying. I do have a picture from Tomash with an Everton Teddy's chocolate orange hat on it. But if you have a look, the orange is mint next to it. So there you go. Yeah, Esther, you started with Martin Sheen. You are to blame. You are ground zero when it comes to Jeff being evil. You don't like mint stuff, just polo mints. Is there anybody who doesn't like polo mints? Aren't they one of those just everyone who grew up in the UK or Ireland during the 70s and 80s fucking loves polos? M&S do New York deli spring rolls. Oh, you absolute slag. I don't want to go in M&S because I'm already being accused of being a fucking Tory, but oh man, I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Did he deliver? No, just lamb, chicken and fish. M&S New York deli spring rolls. Oh, you absolute sod. Where's the... Oh. British pulled salt beef with sauerkraut, spring rolls served with mustard and gherkin dip. So it's a Reuben, isn't it really? That's what you're saying, it's a Reuben. Oh. Thanks for that, Thomas, you shitbag. I've now got to go to M&S this week. Literally just going to walk in, buy that, spend about 50 quid on that and walk out. I might buy some undies while I'm in there. You can't go wrong with M&S undies, can you? Oh, man. I do like a Reuben. I'm going to have some. Why? Why you do it? Why you do it? It went too quickly. You've got 1 mint and 2 original to go. Have another one, I would say. Since the Welsh guy is called Sheen as well. Well, in Staged, which is Michael Sheen, says that he keeps getting mistaken for Martin Sheen. It's part of the ongoing running gag. Where did you get that hat? 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 4-pack Mandy, is that your nickname, is it? It's not an orange if it's mint. I know we had this conversation last bleeding week, haven't we? Oh. Yes, Thomas, you are an absolute slag saying M&S stuff. Can't go wrong with M&S undies. I used to get them all the time until I gone to somewhere else now. Pant and Sock or something it's called online. Proper full cotton, obviously. You've got to treat the Davina McCalls properly, haven't you? You always spend too much in M&S. More like S&M when you're in there, though, isn't it? Aye. Hat via Etsy. They are nice. I like them. Not a patch on our Helens, though. Not a patch on it. You are unpacking shopping and unable to defend the slag allegations. What are you unpacking? Where's your shopping from? Is it from M&S, is it? Is that what it is? Is that what you're telling us? The ones Helen knitted last week are designed for Teddy's orange. They look fantastic, I must admit. They are gorgeous, them. So cute. Keep your S&M private, please. We'll start putting it on the internet then and charging 50 quid a month. Ugh. Ali started it. She asked about books and you mentioned Good Omens, which led to the Sheens. So Ali's the start. That's exactly, there you go. That's where it came from. You're the carrier. Ali. Keep making you jealous with shops and stuff you don't have. Fair enough. You don't, well, I'm sure you've got M&S over there having your food halls, but it'd be near airports and stuff. Just in case. Any Brits that are over there, you can't walk past without popping in and getting something. Everyone's getting the blame. Yeah, I started with me, didn't it? And it was Mandy and someone else. Just blame everyone. Blame Canada. There you go. Ali is to blame, bottom line, yep. And the hands are in the air. You did ask about books. So it's Mandy's fault because she started reading stuff. So it's your fault. Going back in circles, this, isn't it? Thomas, you slag. There is an M&S at Southport train station. You can walk in one side of it, which is on Chapel Street, and you walk out the other side, and you're right next to the trains. Barrier, of course, to get through, but it's there. And there's a disabled parking spot over the road outside the Alton. I might go there. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go to Formby. I don't really want to do that because there's also a Waitrose there. Jeff has us playing the blame game. He has evil staring. Esther, you're only a 40-minute flight from our Steve. You are closer to Steve than I am, and that is true. That's an actual fact. It's ridiculous, but it's an actual fact, and probably cheaper as well. You've never been in Waitrose. Think of it like it's sort of like a 1970s clinical Marks and Spencer's. If Stanley Kubrick had redesigned M&S, it'd be Waitrose. Don't have them. Be thankful. It's more of a southern thing, isn't it? But of course, Formby is an enclave of Knightsbridge, so they have to have it. You don't live in Amsterdam anymore, otherwise it would be true. It is weird. It is, isn't it, Waitrose? I mean, genuinely, I think that's what it is anyway. M&S by Stanley Kubrick. You don't have Morrison's neither. So there's no Morrison vans. Oh, come on. Are they not on the right side of the road? Fucking wasted on you people, I'm telling you. Actually, no, I'm going to give myself a very poor for that.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Van Morrison joke. Mind you, Van Morrison's also an absolute bellend, isn't he? To be fair. Stanley Kubrick did indeed do A Clockwork Orange, which was slightly darker than Terry's. That's a good film. I tried to read the book, but it was absolute mind-blowing because it was written in whatever they call it. What's the name of the language that they do in Clockwork Orange? I need to find that out now. But I couldn't get my head around it. Nadsat, there you go, Nadsat it was called, wasn't it? Written in Nadsat, which was really burning me head out. I also tried to read an Irvine Welsh book. It wasn't Train Spotting, was it Filth? And I just couldn't get my head around that either. Even though I'm really good with a Scottish accent, having to read it constantly was too much. I think my brain started dripping out my ear. In the same way, if I was reading something that was written purely in a Scouse accent, I'd be able to throw that on a fire within 5 minutes as well. Don't say that about our van. Oh man, you hate that film? Wasn't a dad joke? It was a great joke, that. Man, you've not watched it. It's fantastic. I mean, a lot of stuff that Stanley Kubrick does, the good films, but also you can watch them without taking any notice of what's going on, just because of how they're filmed. So a lot of people like, again, Gawks. I was watching him earlier on talking about how he makes his films. 20-year-old Mexican lad, and he was talking about Stanley Kubrick as a big influence, and I can see how. It's visually very artistic. Same with that Wes Anderson, very artistic visually. Peter Greenaway, same kind of thing where it's there's a vibe, there's a mood. Turn into a 13-year-old girl now, aren't I? Such a mood, it's such a vibe. But there is. If you take any screenshot, there's a certain look to it. It's amazing. But if you get into the story as well, very interesting. Not seen it either. You got bored. Yeah, I can imagine if it's not your thing, it's Marmite. You either love his stuff or you hate it. Clockwork Orange especially. Yeah, very dark and nasty. Not your thing at all, but it is interesting. But then again, I'm not dark and nasty myself, but I quite like seeing that side of things because it's not a side of life I really look at too often. It's not something I'm a part of. I don't mind seeing that side of things. Weird films, weird. Milk, please. Is that a drink? Do you want a milk? Or is that a film you want to watch? Milk. Will you settle for almond milk? I have almond milk. See, after I say almond milk, I will definitely say buck. If I say a pint, I'll say book. Weird. I have really got a strange... I know my brain exploded, but I'm not wired right. Definitely not wired right. I make too many connections. If someone says something, it just automatically fires and then bang. Something happens and it's weird. Don't like it. Don't like it. Well, I do because it's worked well for me since I was a kid, but it's hard to concentrate on things and not sound weird. Almond milk, boch. It's lovely. It's great stuff. It's not as fatty, obviously, as cow milk. I don't need bovine growth hormone in my system. Lovely on crunchy nut cornflakes as well. Genuinely. I could eat that now, Crunchy nut cornflakes and almond milk. Milk makes you think of Stanley. Oh, of course, Stanley. How do you milk an almond? Very, very, very gently. Take it off to dinner first, obviously. Wine, dine. Followed by zhuzh. You don't like almonds? Oh, well, fair enough. You don't like that, you won't like almond milk then, will you? That's called thinking. No. Thinking is thinking. What I get isn't called thinking. There's too many weird connections. Synapses fly in places they shouldn't go to. And then I'll come up with something. Billy Connolly's got a really similar way of thinking of things. I see a kindred spirit in him, only he's really funny. With me, it's somewhere just... I sit there and think, don't open your mouth, because if you do, weird shit's going to come out, and it does. Harvey Milk was an LGBT protester. Oh yeah, yes, I know Harvey Milk. Yes, the film Milk, the film. You've got to be careful when your mind is too quick as well, because occasionally you'll say something and think, did I say that out loud? Like when the woman from Sister Sledge died, someone in our work went, from Sister Sledge just died, and immediately I just went, she has been going downhill fast, like. I'd come out before I even had a chance to stop myself. Half the people went, you disgusting pig, and the other half, who were male, started laughing. Sometimes you've just got to take a breath, and then, if it's funny, you come out with it. Don't just blurt it. Don't be blurting everywhere. Or just go with it. And if you insult people, that's part of the process. I don't know. Harvey Milk, who played him? I seem to remember this. I haven't seen it. Sean Penn, yeah, it was, wasn't it? Sean Penn. Milky Milky. That's not a bad cast either, is it? Sean Penn, James Franco, Josh Brolin, Emil Hirsch, Diego Luna, Dustin Lance Black, Alison Pill. Some like well good actors there, innit, man? Jackie, you used to be so quick-witted. Now you can't even remember names, places, dates. You got menopause, fog brain. So I've got the menopause. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. James Franco, the perv, is he? Hollywood actors, they're all pervs, aren't they? You saw Milk in Fact on a freebie. Very nice. I've never been in Fact. In fact. Were you sat on a sofa or something watching it? Drinking green tea with just a slice of lemon, nothing else, obviously. Menopause can fuck right up. Yeah, not a fan myself. Mandy, you never think before you speak. That's why you like text. You can backspace or you can't backspace in real life. Yeah, just out it comes, followed by oh shite. I have said the phrase, did I say that out loud, on more than one occasion. Which is not good. Oh, yes you did. Oh, no you didn't. Bloody pantomime season already. I can imagine you did, Jackie, because everyone I met in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, in Northern Ireland, was very, very funny. And very good company. You must just be the exemption to it. It is pantomime season after all. When was the last time you went to a pantomime? Did he still? I mean, they must still happen. They must still happen. You see them advertised outside the Liverpool Empire all the time. So they must happen. But I think it must have been before we went to the Netherlands, to be honest with you. I must have been 8 or 9. That's how long ago it was. Everything was in brown and beige back then. You're friendly and nice. Irish people are, just you aren't. They still do, mostly kids. But it is supposed to be a kids thing, but jeez, come on. Some of the humour is slightly near snuckle, isn't it? Vicky Michelle is doing the Ellesmere Port panto. That's when you know you've arrived as a panto resort. When Vicky Michelle's turned up there. Is she wearing the stockings though? Vicky Michelle, by the way, she was in LOLO and was always wearing stockings and silk skirts split up to the thigh because that's all it was about really, wasn't it? That and the Fall of Madonna with the big boobies. Some more utter British thing. Have you not got that anywhere else in the world apart from the UK? Pantomime. It's brilliant. Fellas dressed as women, women dressed as fellas. Kids shouting abuse at Shakespearean actors. Well, normally Shakespearean actors. It's brilliant. You missed out there. I remember seeing Paul Henry play Buttons at Norwich Theatre Royal, 1980. Very nice. Paul Henry, was that Benny from Crossroads, was that? Miss Diane. He's behind you. Don't say that after what Jeff did earlier. Scary. It was, yeah, sure. See, my mind's knackered, but it's not completely knackered. Miss Diane. That used to be a big part of us growing up, didn't it? Schools would get coach parties to go to. I think, where did we go to? Must have been Middlesbrough. It must have been the Civic Hall or something. We went to see one, and about 5 or 6 buses full of school kids, people throwing up on the back seat and all kinds of fights going on. Then into the theatre, singing about Cattanel and Mogan by the Sea, and then Piggly Ding next. You had a message about free tickets for the pantomime on Sunday. I thought you might know whether you wanted upper or lower, Gladys. He's here all week. Is it this Sunday we're playing Chelsea? Shit. I've got to go. I need to see the people around me. We've just had the details about next year's season tickets coming out. I need to find out where they're going to. I want to sit next to them. January the 13th, the season tickets go on sale for next season for the new stadium. Oh, man. It's getting close. Beverly Callard is wicked stepmom in Real Panto. I reckon we should get a charabang and go to Real Panto to see Beverly Callard. And then just start shouting Jim at her every 5 seconds. PayPal cordial parties. Corker Cotman. Vodka Goodish Worldview. Kinky Dutifully. Kinky Dutifully is a really good name. I like that. Hi Kirsty, how are you? You still have one in Belfast. We need to go. Henry Winkler did pantomime for about 5 years straight a few years ago. After seeing one for the first time, he loves it. I seen that. He was in one of the newspapers talking about it. I was like, what on earth is he doing over it? Why is the Fonz here? And he spoke about it, saying it was fantastic. Man, don't you love stuff like that? When weird British culture crosses over. Didn't think it was true. It was completely true. It was in the newspapers. He was talking about it. Beverly Callard lives in Norfolk. Is she from Hull originally? Or Leeds? Speaks like she's from Hull. You know. You don't know. Fucking what? What? What on earth is that accent? How's your mum, Kirsty? How's she doing? How's she getting on? We have mentioned the Fonz. Now you're thinking of the Paul's Christmas song. This is all cyclical. This is what I'm talking about with the little bits of little fire and synapses. It's there. It's the Fonz. He's here. I'm Spartacus. Feeling better. Should be fully better by Sunday at the latest. Fantastic. Lovely. So I was going to say it's Sunday now, isn't it? It's Wednesday. I'm losing complete track of time. Ginger's crossed. She is feeling fantastic by Sunday. Send her our best on behalf of all of us, including Bears. There's only one here at the moment. The other two are over there, pissballing about as always. Great news. We're impressed with that. We like that kind of news. We need more good news, man. Good. Glad to hear it. Hugs all round. We are one big family. It is. In a time when there's very little good news, it's nice to hear something actually genuinely fantastic. It's lovely, isn't it? There's very little of it about these days. Good news and unexpected hugs. The world would be a better place if we had some more good news and unexpected hugs. I don't mean unexpected as in unwelcome, just ones that you were not expecting but you liked. Not if you're just walking down the road and some lunatic jumps out and grabs hold of you. I'll stop doing that though. It's a fact with a capital F. Hang on, something's flashing on Twitch. Start sharing chat. What the bloody hell is start sharing chat? Oh, no. No, we're not doing that. Very weird. 6,000 viewers on Twitch. There's not 6,000 viewers on Twitch. Someone's flashing on Twitch, they are. There's loads of weird things happening. Twitch is flashing. YouTube has now got a goal. What else is there? Just loads of weird stuff. Sharing chat, saving chat is a trend. Chewing chat. There's loads of weird stuff. They're all trying to outdo each other with new features. Just make the things work. On Twitch, let people get discovered. On YouTube, just be solid, man. Oh, Mandy's leveled up to level 2 over on Twitch.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It's over there. There you go. So you've leveled up on the other side. So at least you can feel good about yourself today. Stop moaning. Yeah, it's weird. It looks weird now that there's a big goal sign, a target in the corner of my chat when I'm looking at it on here. I'll see what it says and chat you through it. It's stupid. Set a goal to engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. Pick a goal. 10 super chats. No. Choose the super chat colours that count. No. Set a timer. Share how you'll celebrate. This is Twitch. It's not YouTube. No need for it, man. Oh, don't do that, you absolute bell sweat. I hate that. Why has it done that? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't dock. Oh, for fucking paste and go. There you go, much better. It's annoying. It's annoying. You're going to have to get on Twitch to level up. What is the goal? That is not your DCL impression. You can do stuff like that, yeah? Super chats, amount of super chats, 10 super chats, 50, 100 super chats. What kind of knobhead's getting 100 super chats in one stream? But it's just trying to get like Twitch. And there's no need, because Twitch is Twitch. It's got its own thing going on. YouTube's got its own thing going on. Stop trying to mash them into one thing, because they're not. 10 super chats and confetti cannon time. I seen confetti cannon time. They were supporting 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 1972. Sounds just like an Evertonian. Exactly. Where is the goal? We don't see it. We don't understand what it is. Mandy's got a Twitch on. Sorry, she's got Twitch on, just not paying attention to it. Stick with one side, but level up on the other. And it is helping over on Twitch, because I'm starting to get a few more people checking me out. When I say checking me out, they go on for about 5 minutes to think, what the hell is this? And then they disappear. Hi, Twitch. Oh, hang on. You sent us a picture. You've got your mascot for your channel. That is, okay, now man, look at that. A goth rabbit. Goth bunny. That's fantastic. I love that. Everyone needs their own little thing, don't they? The little mascot, I think. Don't be smoking too much. Very good tune. Tune, man. America, love that tune, man. Freezer is wedged shut. Who was calling you a slag? I was. Slag. Pipkin. It's a goth bunny. Looks fantastic. You're in the middle of deciding what it's called yet. Suggestions to Kirsty for the goth bunny? That's fantastic, man. Me like he mucho, as they say in Japan. You slag. What you are with your M&S food, Jesus. Donnie Darko was the OG goth bunny. I must watch that. I have not watched that. Nor have I finished watching Donnie Brasco. What's the film with the time travelling and the rabbit costume? Say what? No Country for Old Men. I need to watch that. I've seen clips because again I've been watching loads of stuff about directing films and styles of filming and what have you. I love the science behind it. And the editor of No Country for Old Men was talking about some of the scenes that they had, which go against all the things that you should do in film. So I like that. Thought, I will check it out, man, you funk soul brother. Where is it on? Netflix. I haven't watched anything on Netflix for about 6 months, if not longer than that even. No. Well, that's not on Netflix, but it might be on Amazon Prime. Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko isn't on there either. Let's go to Prime Video. Prime. Right, we'll start off with Donnie this time around. Donnie Darko. Free trial or buy. What's that on? I can do that. That's fine. Near Country. Roger Deakins. That was a cinematographer I was watching. That's on there as well. I can see that. Yeah, Roger Deakins is held up as one of the greatest editors of all time. Cinematographers, not editors. And I've seen him getting interviewed, talking about some of the shots that were in there. Yeah, the Coen brothers, they've got their own style, but a lot of it leans very heavily on the cinematographer. It'd be the same with Peter Greenaway had a Japanese cinematographer, and I can't remember the name, but it's a similar kind of thing where you could stop the film at any point and take a screenshot and it would look like a work of art. That's when you know you've got a proper cinematographer. I will check it out. 12 Monkeys Mandy. Is that your nickname? Is it round real? 12 Monkeys Mandy. Last Wednesday paused for a few weeks. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Could be a ninja Christmas one. All you could think of was Mothman and the Butterfly Effect. Get the Mask. You saw the Coens, the man who wasn't there at the Philharmonic, shot in black and white and printed in colour. What? It was lush, girtlish. Thought he played bass in Queen. He did. Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins plays the bass and the drums in Queen, really, doesn't he? Ninja Christmas Cream, what? Ninja Christmas Stream. You can watch me opening my presents. I don't get any. Well, I do. I get a little something off Jess. But we don't buy each other presents these days. We were talking about this again earlier on. Everyone just buys what they want. So, come Christmas time, you're spending money for no reason and you're just wasting paper for no reason. Just everyone put in and buy loads of stuff for the house. Buy food. Have a few days off work, enjoy yourself, eat what you want. That's the time, isn't it? You like edgy stuff, says the person from Northern Ireland. Do you mean films or just in general? You agree? Good, glad to hear it. Define edgy. You like M&S? That's very edgy. Not run at mill. Has not got run at mill. Not since new owner came in. I don't mind edgy stuff like that. Something a bit different. Artistic type stuff, definitely. I'd say two of my favourite directors, Wes Anderson and Peter Greenaway. Normally I don't like things which are too stylised, but theirs are incredibly stylised and I absolutely love it. Because it's the kind of style I like, I suppose. So I do like stuff like that. I don't do unboxing videos. I don't, because I've only got one hand. And unboxing one-handed, although hilarious for people watching, I suppose, always ends up in tears and blood. We don't want that. You don't wrap your presents, just leave them however they were delivered. So if they're from, who are they? Who are they? I can't remember. Whoever they are, I kick them over the back fence, just leave them there. Mate, it's got fragile written on it. Yeah, I thought it sounded a bit glassy. Tesco bag. Other bags do exist, of course. Edgy makes you think extreme. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the generic blockbusters. The Hollywood ones where they've spent 3 times as much on the special effects as they have on the script. I don't like stuff like that. It's bullshit, man, bullshit. Slightly alternative stuff. I like that kind of stuff as well. Off the beaten path. Your Ann Summers stuff, of course, has to come in a brown paper bag. Naturally. Or in your case, off the back of a lorry on a pallet, obviously. Sometimes that's 3.5 hour Turkish films in which nothing happens. But you need those. You genuinely do. I thought this about Breaking Bad. You'd have 2 or 3 episodes where there's explosions and lunacy happening, and then 1 episode where nothing happens at all, and it's all laid back. And then years later, episodes later, you look back and go, right, that's why that happened. But it needs to be in there for the pacing of the whole thing as well. And in life, occasionally you need 3.5 hours where nothing happens, but it looks beautiful. No different to walking around an art gallery, really, is it? Got to wrap Ruby's presents. Video where ripping the wrapping. I need to get that in the post to you as well. I haven't left the house really the last couple of days because my back's been goosed. Jan Summer stuff doesn't fit you. I don't know, mate. I've seen some very extra large stuff they make there. Very extra large. Getting the cat's presents tomorrow, Kirsty. Extreme, a bit of Nuno. Oh, no. Nuno, no. With his black nail varnish and his stupid acoustic guitar. No. Edgy to use on the outer of normal Marvel universe. So just not original. On the boundaries. Embrace the margin. Yeah, it's the 90 minutes when nothing happens each Saturday, but Goodison looks beautiful. It's artistic. It has no other merit whatsoever apart from looking beautiful. Goodison is art. A full Goodison is art. Cat unwrapping videos from you as well, Kirsty, thank you. What are you getting the cats? Hide the screen, you don't want to spoil the surprise, do you? Imagine the cats in the background looking like that now. Elbowing each other. Have cats got elbows? Hey, you seen this? She's getting you a Nintendo. Is she? No, of course you're not, dickhead. That's cats for you. That's the right temperature, that now. Wasn't earlier. It was burning me face off. So what other films do I need to watch? In fact, it's Wednesday. It's Crackerjack. No Country for Old Men. Donnie Darko. and a load of S&M. Sorry, a load of M&S stuff. Sorted like a Manchester postman. Some sort of toy and treats for the younger ones. The older one is still deciding. He's around 13 to 14 years old. Something that's not too active then, I would have thought. Something comforting. Whereas the little ones would have to go absolutely crazy. Gotta be done, man. It's on there somewhere. No Country for Old Men. I'll find it. Has Plex got it? Plex might have it. Check out Plex, man. No Country for Old Men. Available on 14 other services. This item is not available on any of your selected services. What? Oh, it's on ITVX. There you go. It's on there. ITVX, that's free anyway. Well, I pay for it, but it's free as well. I have the premium. Plus, if it's been on Sky, it might be on there as well. Loads of stuff, isn't there? You think I need to watch that and it's on Sky. No Country for Old Men. There you go. ITVX. It's there. It's there. Watch list. Having it large. I have to be careful writing that. No. Yeah. Donnie Darko is coming up with Dennis the Menace, so I think they might have got this slightly mistaken. For Donnie Darko, we've got Dennis the Menace and the real Dennis Nielsen story. I don't think we're right there. What's ITVX? ITVX is the ITV on-demand player online. So if you go on the website ITV, just Google ITVX, you'll find it. You can watch stuff live or stream it off your Toblerone onto your televisione. Goes to everyone with pets. What are you getting them? What are you getting them? What are you getting them? You've new toys and jumpers as well as treats for your fair babies. Oh, isn't that lovely? They're already destroying the tree, but at least it's fake. If it wasn't, it is now anyway. You were going to video the local Christmas lights, but you didn't because you think they're shite. They won't be. I've got to do our ones. Again, the woman from Southport went round the other day, and she went round during the day. And Rudolph's head is back on its shoulders, which is good. Doesn't look as horror anymore. But she missed out on the fact that if you go overnight, the lights are absolutely stunning. I need to go there after dark, and I will do. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. All the lights look great anyway. Google the title, it'll tell you where to watch. Do it anyway. We will critique it. All of us that live in seaside towns will critique your lights. Call them lights. Who turned yours on? We had Keith Chegwin one year. It's quite interesting when the Blackpool lights go on occasionally. When you have a proper do for it. They have lasers in the sky, and of course Blackpool's only 10 miles away, isn't it? 10, 15 miles away over the water. You can see them everywhere. It's mad. Your local centre is under new management, and the lights there this year are fantastic. Very nice. But we want to see them then. Jinx, eh? Helen said okay. Thank you, Helen. The Norfolk correspondent, about to do remarkable work in the field of lights. Lovely jubilee. We'd like to see stuff like this. I'm Spartacus, says Jeff again. See? That's proper freaky deaky, that one. Proper freaky deaky. It's as if he knew. No, I'm Spartacus. Everyone stand up now. Ali out. Oh yeah, it went piggly ding early, didn't it? Oh, fucking hell, man. Right, you're back on. I'm just looking at the weather for tomorrow. Oh man. The weather tomorrow, Thursday. Right, well I don't need the cover on the car, thankfully. Anybody heard from Donald? I've not heard yet. Mandy, Spartacus 2. You need the girls' room. Go ahead. We are all Spartacus. We are. Apart from me, I'm Smart Articus. Mandy took her time. She has to with the nails that she's got. Just to type yes, it takes about 3 hours, doesn't it? Like the Dolly Parton of Rill. Donald's not feeling well. You were chatting to him earlier. Oh, well, send him our best wishes and hopefully he gets better soon. Jackie's M&M. Please stand up. Please stand up. Real Slim Shady. Fat Club must be working then. Slim Shandy, more like it. You were looking at who turned on real lights. Go on, who was it? Who was it? Is it going to be worse than ours? Go on, who was it, Mandy? Let us know. Can it drop below Gemma Collins from Towie? Because that's who's turned on ours. You can't stand you're on the loo. We needed to know that. Taking the piss. Shocker-lockers for Mandy as well there. Dividing modified witching Zurich charger. Both Viridian, Boorish, Shiatsu, Codicote. There's a lot to unpack in that one, really, is there, Kirsty? Zurich charger. The Zurich Chargers sounds like a really good lacrosse team. And Boorish Shiatsu, I'm sure, played the washboard with 8 Mile Radius back in 1964, before they became famous. Jackie's took us with her while she went to shake the letters. Terrible behaviour. Tell him we were asking about him, and Jackie was asking about him while she was having a piss. Make sure you tell him that. Yeah, we're all looking after each other. Oh, but a Red Dwarf theme. Where's my washboard? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Brilliant. The scary part about that, him and Tommy Cockles, is watching the old films, and they're not even a piss take, they are just literally taking the act. And that's exactly what it was like. And everyone absolutely pissing themselves. What? Why are you laughing? There's nothing funny. Absolutely hilarious. And yet, with whenever I wear a hat, it's always the hat, the famous hat, which was it Lindsay and Let's Go Off-Roading. The hat, the famous hat. Bev Callard, oh, you said earlier, didn't you? Amel Baraba, what? Is that Gaelic, is it? Is that Gaelic for someone? Jamie Leahy, what? Owen Johnson, they're all in the panto. What? Who are these people? Are they famous for being famous pantoneers? Alan's pissing himself at shaking the letters. It's off the use round our way. Who are these people? Amel Baraba. What? Wasn't he in the Fast Team? Fast Team, the A-Team. What the fuck is on? All right, British singer and rapper. She's 40. Oh, she was in the Sugar Babes. Mind you, if you're 40 and from London, you've been in the Sugar Babes, haven't you? Yeah, no idea who she is. Who else? Jamie Leahy. What? Have they just got these people off the streets? Jamie Leahy. Ventriloquist, actor and singer. No idea. You tell me. And Owen Johnson. He sounds like he should be a rugby player. Owen Johnson. Oh, so he's a West End Mamma Mia type dude, right? She's out at Sugar Babes. Everyone was. No idea. As much as I don't like Gemma Collins, at least I know who she is. Stop making stupid people famous, though. Any vegetarians in? Bacon butty, please, Kirsty. That is a rhyming couplet for the ages, that, isn't it? Any vegetarians in? Bacon butty, please, Kirsty. Yeah, do you know what? I think you beat Gemma Collins on the shit scale there. Plus, you've got Beverly Collard there. You can always keep asking, how's Jim? How's Jim? She must hate that. And I think if you're going to turn on lights anywhere, people should be annoying you. How's Jim? How's Jim? I don't know. You don't know Fraser like I know Fraser. Fuck's sake. Sauces on the counter. Nice, nice, nice. Vegetarians can have some wafer thin ham, Barbara. Wafer thin ham. Can't stand Gemma Collins. Neither can she when she's she fell through something, didn't she? Fell through the floor once. She was on a stage and part of the stage cave when she fell through it, through a trap door, just disappeared. That was the funniest thing she's ever done. I hate stuff like that. Stop watching reality TV. It just encourages them. And especially scripted reality TV. Scripted reality. If it's scripted, it's not fucking real, is it? Coming around here, giving it lobsters. Our hemorrhoids. You know, it slips up your back passage. I love that. Music Awards. Oh, it was the Music Awards, wasn't it? Yeah. Because I asked Jess, she would say, Gemma Collins has turned the lights on the other day, Dad. Really? Did she fall through the stage? What? Did she fall through the stage? What you on about? So Google her. She fell through the stage at something. It was the Music Awards, yeah. That was the best thing she's ever done. Oh. Too young. She's too young. 19 in April. Where did the time go, man? I used to be young and vibrant. Look at me now. I'm a husk of a man. A husk of a man. You have to say it twice, otherwise it doesn't count. I'm a husk of a man. There you go, trio. Gavin and Stacey, the only thing worth watching on Christmas Day. Oh, no. Sorry. Can't be watching that, mate. I can't watch James Corden without having violent episodes. Plus, it's quite obvious that the only person who did any writing on that was Ruth Jones. And that fat shite is living on the back of it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Sue Pollard did the panto here one year. Her mate shouted Heidi Hara in the street. She told him to F off, but not so politely. I was watching her today on You Rang My Lord, which is even worse than Heidi High, funnily enough. Shit, but it's got a fantastic theme song. Bob Monkhouse sang it. And I fell asleep on the sofa, and when I woke up it was on, and I'd never had the energy to turn over. That's how bad it was. The Essex accent is annoying. I have got a really good friend who lives in Essex, and she doesn't have a remotely Essex accent. But as soon as anyone leaves Essex, they turn full on Essex. We were driving, I went down to see her, we were driving past some restaurants, and she went, "That's where all the Towie wankers are from." Thank you. And then also pointed out where the big dogging site is on Epping Forest. I've got to ignore him. I can't. It's too much, mate. I can't deal with him. I hate him. I can't be the only one that was watching his carpool karaoke, just hoping upon hope for, I don't know, a semi-truck or a train or something. Fucking hate him. He's another one where I don't think he's ever had any proper mates. Because if you did, one of them would have took you to one side and went, "You are acting like a complete bellend, stop it now. Otherwise..." Otherwise, volley in the stones. Yep. 2 words, Gromit and Wallace. I genuinely think Gromit is the greatest actor of our generation. Mute, doesn't say a word, and yet he can convey all kinds of emotions with just one eyebrow. Amazing actor. Gives you an headache. Right, his rights to do his jokes, then went to a meeting to pay them less. He's horrible. Horrible human being. Wish you never mentioned it, Steve. Nah, mate, you know what? You enjoy it. It's fine. It's not a problem at all. He's a horrible person as well. That's all it is. He was in a restaurant with... he was with Harry Styles, it was. And he was treating everyone around him like absolute shite. And especially the waiting staff flounced out. And Harry Styles apparently was just the nicest person on earth. Everyone loved him. And it was like yin yang, chalk and cheese. That's how not to act in front of people. That's how to act in front of people. Yeah, not a fan, mate. Absolutely dislike James Corden. Someone else does the carpool karaoke now. It shouldn't be allowed. None of it should be allowed. It's tainted. It's coordinated. You're showing off the asshole. Definitely got no talent. See, you don't hear, Steve. You started a movement in the chat here, bud. You know, instead of "I am Spartacus," no, "I hate Corden." No, I hate Corden. Just be nice. If you make it big, I mean, obviously, when I make it big as a YouTuber, I will become insufferable. I will want rose petals strewn under my feet wherever I walk. You won't be able to make eye contact with me. I'm telling you that now. No, just if you make it big, just be sound. Just be sound. There you go. You don't need to be horrible to people, especially waiting staff, people working in restaurants or pubs and stuff like that, working on minimum wage, working for tips, doing long shifts, having to leave at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and go and get the night bus home to 40 miles away, wherever they live, surrounded by vomiting lunatics. Just be nice to them. And especially if you're rich, be nice. Give them a decent tip. When they finish, offer to pay a taxi home for them or something like that, you know. Just be sound. There's enough sound rich people out there, isn't there? And then there's Elon fucking Musk. Elon Musk, James Corden, get them in one of his rockets and then everyone pray. You'll get your cows. No. Donald, what's the crack? Trying to avoid a potential migraine. Welcome. Are you Spartacus? Do you hate James Corden? How are you feeling, mate? You're okay? Avoid the potential migraine. Close your eyes and just listen. Listen to the sounds of my voice. You don't really get night buses anymore. Don't they exist anymore, or are they just too dangerous? Does the tube run 24/7 nowadays? They should do, shouldn't it? I mean, it's underground. Who's it affecting? I used to live next to a railway station, or near enough next to one anyway. You don't even notice the trains after a while. just white noise. You block it out, man. We're just thinking about you. We're just talking about you as well, asking how you were, wondering where you were, and then, as if by magic, Spartacus appears as well. Ranting again. I don't rant much. Yeah, having a go at James Corden and Elon Musk. Who else? Who else can we have a go at? Avoiding a migraine, unplug, dark room, sleep. Perfect. There's I used to get them loads when I was younger. That's the same kind of thing. Dark room. Cover my eyes. Deep breathing. Not whale music, but something chilled, bit of ambient, which didn't exist back in the day. Apparently, it did, but it didn't. Just chill. Don't mention Sean. That's the hat trick. You've mentioned it now, mate. You've mentioned it. That's what we want to see. We want to see a rocket with Elon Musk, James Corden, and Sean Dyche in there. Dyche had battered the pair of them, obviously. Mind you, if Sean Dyche was in a rocket, it wouldn't go up, would it? It'd just stay mid-table. Tube only runs 24 hours on a Friday and Saturday night, but only on certain lines, like the Jubilee line. I didn't know that. I can imagine it wouldn't be right if it was on some of the other ones which go far out to the arse end of nowhere, but we live in a 24-hour-a-day society now. London especially. Surprised me now. Ali, you are hoping that you are not the potential migraine. You are always a potential migraine, in a nice way. Only ever had a couple in your early 20s. They are horrible, aren't they? Especially used to get them with the lights flickering around the side of my eyes. Then I knew it was not long before pain arrived. Napped a fair bit earlier. It does help, doesn't it? The body just heals itself if you're asleep. Longest one lasted a week, man. Bucket of tea, there you go. Hopefully that gets rid of it for you. A nice bucket of tea. Or a nice Smeg thermos of tea, possibly. Possibly. Are you watching this thermos? Are you watching? Everyone the other week in a patient's house wondering why the wallpaper was twitching. Hour later, head splitting. Yeah, I always started with me. It was the eyes. Always start with the eyes, and then if you've seen them, the little lights flickering or something in the eyesight not right, go and lie down. Cover your eyes. Doesn't help if you're in someone else's house, like, and have to get home in the car. Does the doctor give you anything for them? Does anything actually work for migraines? Chances Moyes to Wolves or Saints. If I was Wolves or Saints, I would snap him up straight away. Look what he did with West Ham. Kept them up, won him a trophy, got them solid. He's not going to win too much with you. You're not going to win the league or the Champions League with him, but worth his weight in gold is our Davy. Barely stand up during that week as well. Got dizzy. It's even worse, isn't it, man? You can still get a night bus in certain areas from what you've gathered. There's got to be, hasn't there? Sumatriptan. Vasodilator. Sodda. Relieves the migraine. I did not know. First one you took, actually, you rang your sister thinking you were having a brain hemorrhage or a stroke. Laughed at you saying migraine, you were shocked. If you've never had one before, you just don't know, do you? Nobody explained it to you in school. By the way, before you leave, this is what a migraine is. Night bus makes you think Harry Potter. I was on a night bus. What kind of school is that where you're making your kids go out and about in night buses? Lunatics. Don't usually get meds, they barely dull the pain, just manage it now. Horrible, man. Yeah. dangerous travelling around London at night due to the lack of transport. It's dangerous travelling around London at any time of the day, like it is travelling around Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, Paris, Amsterdam, Rochdale, anywhere, any of the big cities. Just got to be careful, haven't you? Have your wits about you. Don't piss off the wrong people. You take them every day. Yeah, especially after 1 a.m. Don't be out and about. There's certain places in London I wouldn't like to go any time of the day. And I certainly wouldn't like to go after 1 o'clock. Just asking for trouble, aren't you? Vasada later sounds like something you get from Ann Summers. It does, doesn't it? So Jackie told me anyway. Has it got a kickstart on it? It's that big, it's got a kickstart. Not batteries. You haven't taken meds in about 10 years. Do you know what? If you can get away with not taking them, I'd say do not take any meds if you can. Can't be doing any good to your body, even though it is. Normally meds do some kind of long-term damage, don't they? Or if you take them too often. So I knew people that used to, every time there was the slightest twinge of a headache, I need paracetamol and I'd take loads of them. I say, that's why you're doing that. They're going to become less and less useful. Whereas me, have you got a headache? Do you want a tablet? No, I'm alright with it. I can control the pain. If it gets any worse, I'll ask you. But for the time being, well, just take one. No, I don't want one. I'd rather see it out. If possible. You wouldn't go out there on your own that late. Of course you wouldn't. Fucking hell, Northern Ireland. After 7 o'clock at night, it's dangerous. Friend or foe? You know, mate. You think it's your med that's made you sick the last 2 weeks? It does. Meds, to have an effect on you, they have to affect you, obviously. And what every fucking brain's gone completely. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. It'll be the same with meds. If it's fixing one thing, what's it doing to somewhere else? Is it taking health from one place and giving it to the place that's knackered at the moment? If you can avoid meds, avoid them. Or if you can't, you have to take them. And then if you do need to take them, they will be as powerful as possible because you're not constantly chewing them. Swallow them like the fucking Smarties, like some people do. I've only ever had one migraine, and it was after blocking a shot during the game. Got home after the match and had to lie in your bed in the dark. It could have been concussion, couldn't it? But migraines are horrible, absolutely horrible. Best avoided if possible. Painkillers aren't great for the liver if they're used long term. Exactly. Stuff like that should be, if you cannot deal with the pain on that one particular day, take them and then leave them. Deal with as much natural pain as you can, and then once you get to the point where you can't, then start looking at other help. It's not good, man. How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And Domingos Duarte. Yeah, it does feel like concussion, doesn't it? Strong, and there's plenty of strong painkillers on the market, which you just, I don't know, I can normally tell with them. If you take a strong painkiller, I get a feeling as soon as I've taken them. It just, I don't know, as if my stomach's saying, what have you done this for? Mrs. Tom is on the treadmill. Smashing the miles, man. Smashing the miles. Domingo is plotting out to take down the Christmas tree. Is he walking behind the sofa and taking notes? I can imagine that. In a Palm Pilot. Although Palm Pilot always sounds like some kind of thing, doesn't it? As if you're taking a piss out of someone. Don't trust him, mate. He's a proper Palm Pilot. You hate migraines, you have to take meds to lessen the amount. If you have to stop them coming in the first place, you have to. It's horrible, isn't it? Man, you've had them since you were in your teens. That long, eh? You thought they were headaches. So the people carried on as normal with headaches, and you thought you were just a whim. It's not a headache, is it? It's definitely not. And you know when people have got them. It can wipe it out. You know, you'll know yourself having had them. It's just It's not. It's not even like a bad headache. It's just completely different. Do you feel sick, Steve? Wasn't he a guitar player? You only ever had 3. That's the magic number. Yes, it is. That's the magic number. Yeah, if they happen, if you do happen regularly, fair enough. You do have to take them because you have to function. That's preventative rather than just, I've got a bit of a headache, I'm going to start taking something now. To be able to function, you need to. But if you can avoid medicines wherever possible, do it. Which reminds me, I've got to take my pregabalin when we finish this. I didn't do it the other day because I was taking cocodamol for my back. And then I started feeling a bit zhuzhy around my hand. Don't want that. And what would be the cause of yours? Do you know where it come from? Was it just they started? I know mine, I used to have them all the time, and then I stopped drinking milk, stopped eating chocolate, and I think it must have been dairy. Then it never really worked. It never stopped. I never used to get them. It must have worked, not having that. Years later, I can drink milk. I can eat chocolate. It doesn't affect me. I don't get them anymore. Might have just been a stage I was going through, like Gemma Collins. But, yeah, at that time, I had to stop drinking milk. Otherwise, probably, I'd have ended up just getting them over and over and over again. Genuinely thought you were taking a stroke or something. It's weird. By the way, having a stroke is fucking weird, or at least mine was. Genuinely. Didn't feel like anything bad was happening, but I knew something bad was happening. Felt a little bit warm. It's like, I'm not right here. My brain was working normally in terms of thinking, something's not right here. Then I was dragging my foot behind me as though I was in the Thriller video. Definitely not right. And my just looked at me and went, he's having a stroke. Oops, I thought I was. Almost faceplant. That was bueno, man. It was 30 years ago, you don't think so? Went to the pub after the game and noticed it driving home. Couldn't bear the oncoming lights on cars. That's not a good sign, that, definitely, with the lights. Well, ginger's crossed, that's the only one you have. Pregabalin is for nerve pain, it is. It's to try and help me deal with that. See, that's still not as bad as it was earlier, though. Still, though, doesn't go away, that. The tremors when I'm tired. It's there, it is. I like that. Although, no, sorry.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. We'll have to give you a very poor indeed, because I like seeing Vic on the screen. Hassle the doctors for years before they finally give you something to lessen them. Just shows you keep on going with them. It can be caused by hunger, stress, and plenty of other reasons. There's a lot of times with it. There's no reason, no bloody rhyme. It just happens. It's strange, isn't it? The human body, the human brain are incredible things, and are likely to go a little bit strange from time to time. And we try and deal with it as best we can. Look after it as best you can. Eat the right things. No pattern to it. Lights making you worse is strange. That does happen though with migraines for me. It makes your eyes go sore anyway. So I always have to lie down with like a t-shirt over my eyes, so there's absolutely no light getting them in whatsoever. Man, you went from 15 to 29 migraines a month, and now it's 2 to 4. That's still excessive, but that is a huge difference. Keep on taking the meds, man. Steve, you're lucky you don't suffer with headaches. Some people just don't, do they? And also, one of the biggest causes of headaches, it's not actually a headache, it's dehydration. Loads of people, give me a pill, give me a pill. That worked. No, it only worked because you had a glass of water with it. That's why. So if you ever get a headache, just try a glass of water first. Give it a little bit of a time, and then if it's still not right, take your pill. It's horrible, isn't it? Dehydration, there you go. Yep. Your signal is head pain with nausea and light sensitivity. Do you ever feel physically sick as well? Ali, you've never had a headache or migraines. Be thankful. They're horrible. That is stupid, that, isn't it? How many that is. after hassling the doctors for around 10 years, it shouldn't take 10 years for you to go from 30 migraines a month to 3 or 4. Stupid. There's a pattern to Mrs. Tom's headaches. It's most nights as you go to bed, poor girl. That's a very set. Do you know what? I'm giving that a. It's not an Uber, it's a 1970s joke. I like that. I'm having a. I watched. That was on this morning as well, funnily enough. Piggly Ding next. The first episode again of Up Pompeii was on. And it started the way it continued. Brilliant. The prologue. Piggly Ding, hands up, who wants to go next? And throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Yeah, hydration. That's one of the first ones. Always try your hydration. And then after that, start looking at other things. Pass on our love to Mrs. Tom. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? Yours usually starts around your right eye and spreads to your right ear and your neck. Oh, neck gets stiff and then your head starts banging like a hangover and goes from there. If you know exactly where it's coming from, that's the worst part about it. The second you start getting something there, that's it, isn't it? Shite. Jackie back on. It's one of the issues I've got now. I can't have a headache anymore. I used to get them occasionally. I just think to myself, that's a headache, that's it. Now, if I get a headache, I immediately start panicking. I'll sit down. I don't want to move. I don't want to stand up in case that was the trigger for having a bloody stroke in the first place. Stand up when you've got a headache. I don't know. It's horrible. But once you've got that little thing in your mind where it's coming now, I can feel it. It's about to come now. It's horrible. Horrible. Morning, Jackie. Yeah, our poor Mrs. Tom, every single time they get in the bedroom, headache. Like clockwork. Poor Thomas, more like it. Oh, terrible. Every night, every single night. And then when she was going to the Chippendales, just handed like Nurofen. What are these for? You better have a fucking headache when you go and see the Chippendales, girl, I'm telling you. The fear, it is the fear, it's horrible. It's ruined it. It's ruined headaches for me, the stroke. It's just, it is horrible. I mean, the other day, I fell asleep on the sofa, I've got a footstool, and I had my feet up because it's comfy. But I must have fell asleep in a strange position with me feet up. And I was slightly numb within the legs, and as I was walking, it felt like, oh, the stroke's back, and I knew it wasn't, but it was just part of me was panicking. So please, 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 do not let this be anything more than just I fell asleep weird, and then I was all right a couple of days later. But I have been feeling really strokey the last few days. I mentioned it earlier, didn't I, on my little video? Seeing myself, when I recorded myself earlier this morning, obviously I was shattered, so when I'm strokey like that, when I sound strokey and I look at it, it's because I'm tired normally. And I was shattered this morning, so I looked and sounded more strokey than I do later on in the evening. But I didn't like it. There is that little fear that maybe it's part 2. Turn the lights out, lower the volume, relax. Light some scented candles. Put on a bit of Kenny G. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Tiredness too. Tiredness is not good either. Earache. All of it, man. Poor Mrs. Tom. I used to get neuralgia as well for a while. That's horrible. That sometimes felt like it was the start of a migraine when it wasn't. Because it's nerve pain around the ear and the jaw and what have you. That can be horrific. Normally starts around there somewhere. Oh man. I had that while I was in the hospital, having a stroke. No, after the stroke. Are you alright now? And I'm in hospital, of course I'm not alright. What can we get you? Painkillers. You don't need neuralgia when you've had a stroke. There's enough things that are hurting already. An altered sensation. That's a horrific phrase, that. Altered sensation. Where you feel numb and hypersensitive at the same time. Weird. Hot chocolate for Ali Ali O. You suffered with listless legs and arms, start of menopause, it was annoying. Sounds horrible, that. And very little control over any of it. You obviously got no control over the menopause and no control over restless leg syndrome or whatever it is. Still on the treadmill. She's a machine, mate. She's a machine. You're writing cards and wrapping gifts for colleagues. I've seen you wrapping presents when it was nobody's birthday. You are domesticated, aren't you? Like a two-legged house cat. Do you believe in miracles, Ali? Do you? Do you believe in love after life? Life after love? Do you believe in share? And share alike? That's the name, restless legs. Well, listless legs works as well. Restless leg syndrome. Where are you from, you sexy thing? I'm from Liverpool, thank you. Oh, thanks. You have to get cards and gifts from people you work with. Are you doing Secret Santa this year as well? I fucking hate that. I hate it. It's back to the forced frivolity, isn't it? Fun's better if it's forced. Fun's better if it's forced. We're having a shitey jumper day. Can you wear a shitey jumper? Why? It's fun. Cough. No, it isn't. Do you know what is fun? What? Leaving work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, going to the pub and not coming back. That's fun. I'll do that. Merry fucking Christmas to you. Says the non-drinker here. Maybe that's the reason why I had the stroke in the first place. Going to the pub at 3 o'clock and not coming back. You've a couple to get for work. You've ordered them nail clippers with a name in. Oh. Please, please, please tell me one of them is called Nile. Nile clippers would be fantastic, wouldn't it? No? Oh, come on. 9 girls across your 6 GP surgeries look after your appointments. It's political as much as affection and appreciation. You need them on Saturday. Oh, there you go. So now, all I can hear is Sir Humphrey Appleby from Yes Minister. That's how you're working things. Got to keep them on side. Gifts for everyone. Now Ali's turning into Oprah Winfrey there. Gift for you and a gift for you. Merry Christmas, your ass. Well said, Donald. No Christmas jumper days for you, no party. You dodge it all by default. We had our Christmas party last week, I think it was last Friday. Obviously I didn't because I don't work in the office anymore, but I got loads of pictures on the WhatsApp group chat. Everyone seemed to be very happy. But I didn't miss it. I missed the people obviously, but never missed any of that. I haven't liked the Christmas dues for a long time. It was alright when we had the top 2 floors of a building and there was about 400 of us, and we'd just go and book an entire pub and all 400 people would go out and drink together. That was better. That was when we were like one big massive a unit, like a military unit we were back then. It was great. I miss them more than any as well. And that's the kind of thing where whenever we lose someone, and unfortunately we have done quite a few times, all of us that work together at that point, whether we still do or don't, meet up in the same pub and just sit and have a few beers, have a chat, have a laugh, support each other. So I hope it doesn't happen for a while, because I don't want to be missing out on that, but I also don't want to be going back and drinking, so. Oh man, I do miss my friends, and none of them live close, apart from Sharon, who lives about 2 minutes in that direction. I haven't seen her in ages either. So I pop round and have a cup of tea and annoy the life out of her. You know, only if it's Secret Santa of a workmate. I hated that as well. Trying to work out. The only time I got it right was with one of our mates, Danny, who lives over in Australia now. Never shut up, and we got him, or I got him, the world's biggest gobstopper. And he laughed like fuck at it. It was brilliant. Perfect. The only time I ever got it proper right. Because he saw the funny side and he enjoyed it. Worked perfectly. And it was the right price. Exactly the right price. Prefer Halloween. It's more in keeping with your vibe, isn't it, Kirsty, to be honest? Especially with having a black rabbit. Which also sounds like something you can buy from Ann Summers. Hated having to do the Christmas do's as well. Who was wearing what? So bitchy. Secret Santa, oh, please. Jackie, you sound like you work in our place. It's never a secret and you hate it as well, Thomas. It's horrible. It's just forced shite. I hate it. If you want to do something nice, do it of your own volition. Don't do it because someone is saying you need to. Bullshit, man. The beauty of the building industry, no one expects cards or presents. Now, just save it until June or July and buy a slab of beer on a hot day. Bring it in. There you go. There's your Christmas present. Get stuck in. Much better. Santa can feck off. Totally agreed. I hate it. Hate it all. Anyway, there's the tree. Santa fell off the roof and died about 30-ish years ago. At that point, that was it, was it? That was gone. I love the fact as well, when you've got kids, what's one of the first things you teach them? It's wrong to lie. You shouldn't lie. It's evil to lie. It's a sin to lie. Anyway, go and put your tooth under your pillow, otherwise the tooth fairy won't come, and be a good boy, otherwise Santa won't bring you any presents. By the way, pray before you go to bed. It's wrong to lie. Dad, you know Santa, the way he comes down the chimney, and there's 8 billion people on the planet. Yeah. And he does it in one night. Yeah. How come we can't go from Liverpool to Middlesbrough in less than 3 hours? Right, what it is with Santa is, yeah, Santa, a jolly fat man breaking into your house and emptying his sack all over the place. Who needs this, man? It's evil. It's pagan is what it is. And he's always asking for ho-ho-hos. Down with the kids is our Santa. You were 6 when you found out he was fake. How did you find out? Or was it just let slip? You got 10p from the Tooth Fairy. Yeah, but don't forget that was in 1943, obviously, wasn't it? This time next week it'll all be over. Just farting and heartburn left to remind you. Beautiful words, Steve. Beautiful words, mate. Yeah, it will be. Over and done with. Yeah, Donald, what? You spoiled it for him, man. What are you saying? Eating about your body weight in food. That'll take some doing, won't it? Oh, I'll be claw sharp and Tabitha. That's what Christmas is for, though, isn't it? If you're doing it all year round, it's unhealthy. Just Christmas, 2 weeks of acting like a gobsheen, and then get back to the health kick. Emptying the sack sound bad, it does, doesn't it? A jolly fat man creeping into your room when your parents are asleep, going shh, and emptying his sack everywhere. Sounds like fucking Michael Jackson. It's terrible. My ma was asking me yesterday, I think it was, what are you doing for your Christmas dinner? Because I hate Christmas dinners. Don't know, I'll get something. I'll have to get something this week before it gets too busy. Something I can keep in the freezer or in the fridge. Chinese, I think. Something Chinese, like Chinese with Yorkshire puddings and Pigs in blankets. Best of both worlds. He is an Oedo. Indeedo. You do like your Christmas dinner. I can't stand. I don't like Sunday dinners. I don't like roast dinners at all. I don't get it. I understand the performative art around it, of the mum or the nan, whoever it is, in the kitchen making the Sunday dinner for all her family and bringing it out and the windows steam up and everything. I get that. But the food tastes like shite. I don't like it. Can't be doing with it. Dirty old barracks, yes. Because you and your sister went into the living room in the middle of the night to see if Santa had arrived. Your mum was drunk on Irish coffee, putting the presents out and eating the cookies. That, though, that is absolutely punk Christmas. I love that. Big up your ma. Punk Santa. I prefer that. That's a better version of Christmas than Father Christmas. Christmas dinner, M&S New York deli spring rolls. Oh, you slag, Thomas. You are an absolute slag. I'm going to have to do that. How long did it last for? About 5 minutes in our house, obviously. M&S New York deli spring roll. Spring roll. How long? Storage. Suitable for freezing. For use by, see front of pack. No fucking good, is there? Once opened, eat within 2 days. Once opened, eat within 2 days. Just once cooked, eat within 2 minutes. Oh, I'm getting them. I'm going to make a hole in the freezer. Just for them. There's only 10 in a pack. That's like one. That's a starter, isn't it? 10 spring rolls. I'm having them. Might go for duck or goose this year. Get it off your neighbour. Much better. Much more flavour, I would have thought, as well. Turkey's a bit bland, isn't it? She told us he fell off the roof and died. Grandma was not happy with her. Do you know what? I love that. That's a better tradition, that. What you should do in your house then, or you should have done since you were young, is every year put something outside the front door for Santa, for the ghost of Santa. A black milkshake and mince pies outside for him. Every Christmas Eve, draw one of those little chalk outlines of Santa outside the front door. I would do that. Proper live up to it. Waitrose do a lovely spare ribbon Japanese barbecue sauce. Warm but not too spicy. That'd be your perfect Christmas dinner. Oh, right. You are making me go to Formby, aren't you? They've got an M&S and a Waitrose in Formby. My mate works in Waitrose. Might even get dizzy there, mightn't I? A little bit of dizzy off him. Defreeze? No. Put them in the fridge and cook them that night when you get home. You can't leave something in the freezer for like days when it could be cooked in it now. Granny didn't want the magic spoiled. Feck it, that's more magic to me, that. It does sound good, doesn't it? You emptied Waitrose of cheese the other day. You are Roy and I claim my £5. Jackie's never been goosed. Sorry, Jackie's never had goose herself. Love the cheese board too. It's unhealthy fucking cheese, man. Neither's Ali. Your sister does Christmas dinner. The table is chocker. Meals are mostly leftovers for days. That is Christmas for you, though, isn't it? But I don't like any of it. Oh, Christmas Eve, a picky cheese board. I'm going to have to plan my meals for the next few days. Because I want stuff like this. But I can't be eating too much cheese. I might be slightly lactose intolerant. Just a tad. Just a smidge. But I might go and... I might go and get some stuff. Some antipasti, aren't they? If there's plural. You and your sister went back to school. You told everyone Santa was dead. Ooh. Oh, evil, man. Ruining it for everyone. It's lovely. Used to raise them before. The eggs are great for bacon and pancakes. More flavoured than chicken eggs. Very nice. Hoping to meet Roy's approval with your cheese board this year. Is he the arbiter of... he needs to watch out. He's gone from... works in an addiction place. It's gone from one addiction or two addictions to a completely different addiction. Music, records and bloody cheese. Or the way he drank a wine. Grapes and nuts. Grapes and nuts go very well with cheese. Walnuts and white grapes especially go well with Wensleydale. I am afraid of people missing digits on their feet. I am very lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant. Love fresh eggs, they're so much better. Evil things. Chicken ovulations. No, not having it. Unless it's omelette, scrambled egg, or cooked into something. But poached, fried, or boiled, I would throw my ring up everywhere. Daiquiris. Jackie's daiquiris. Cheese like mature cheddar is lactose intolerance friendly. It is, isn't it? Some of the stuff that's a bit older for some reason, I don't know. Is it the maturation stage? Is that because, I don't know. I'd have to have little bits of that, I think, with grape. I might do that. I might try that then. And if I end up being sick as a result, it's your fault, Spartacus. Mature cheddar. Still, they should make cheese by mid-year. Mature cheddar would be fantastic. That and grape, I'm going to do that this year. You know, like a strawberry daiquiri. Records and cheese over booze and ganj. There's no difference. You're just swapping one thing for another. Although, suppose cheese is still no better for you than, well, probably better for you than ale, but not necessarily better for you than the bag of the green. Got hens at the moment, the eggs are way better. Oh, it was a Catholic school, so it didn't go down well at all. With St. Nick, of course. Can't be slagging off St. Nick. Yeah, nothing goes down well at the Catholic school apart from the... Oh, no, never mind. Don't be getting hot under the collar there. Sing me a song. And the piano man. That's a weird picture of Billy Joel, isn't it? Where you sent to the naughty step. Every fucking step was a naughty step in Catholic school, wasn't it? Mid-jaw cheddar beats the Alex James. So I think it would work perfectly. He was married to... I was going to say married to Gail Tilsley from Corrie. I can't remember his name. He made the cheese. His face was all over the cheese as well. Everyone's been married to Gail, haven't he? Wensleydale. Been to the factory in Shape. They have a cool room where you try all the cheese. That's not a cool room, mate. That's a proper cool room. That's an uber cool room. Wensleydale. I had a friend called Wendy years ago when I was about 12, 13. I used to call her Wensleydale all the time. And then I stopped calling her it once and she was really, really upset. What's up? You didn't call me Wensleydale. This is before Wallace and Gromit. And I still said it, Wensleydale, like that. Weird. Hemingway daiquiri. Grapefruit juice based. You love cranberries but you hate them in cheese. What cheese does cranberry go with? I've seen this before as well. Sweaty sock cheese is lovely. I didn't know there was any Scottish cheese. Slag. Morning, slaggy. Yeah. Oh, I haven't had cheese for ages. I don't trust myself, do I? Just gives me doesn't do anything bad to me, just gives me a slightly upset stomach. Red Gloucester. I like a nice little bit of buffalo mozzarella. Tomato, obviously. Basil. Nice. Cranberries would go with the cheese that lingers. Did you have to? You're off work, so you're up late. Oh, right. Evening, Jackie. Lots of different types of cheese. Stokes face. Is this potentially a stream? How many different types of cheese are there in the world? Sweaty sockers in blue cheese. All right. Again, I don't get blue cheeses. This is lovely. It's got such a lovely flavour to it. It's got fucking mould in it. That's the kind of thing that you're not supposed to allow into your body because it's evil. Oh no, it's lovely. You eat your poison. All right, mate. I'll sit in the corner with my Dairy Lee Dunkers. You had to let it
Very
linger.
poor. Very poor indeed.
But you wouldn't let it linger. Love how we have so many cheeses now, it's magical. We have trillions of the buggers. Between the UK and France, it is insane. Just 2 countries. It is bizarre, man. Cheese stream. Cheshire Blue, it's spectacular. Is that what you are? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Cheshire Blue. I am spectacular. No, I'm not into blue. Blue cheeses. Not my style, man. I do like a bit of Dutch cheese, though. And then instead of mature, they're just called old. So we've got young Kaas and oude Kaas. Oude Amsterdam. I got some sent over, actually. Oude Amsterdam, which was lovely stuff. Mature Amsterdam cheese was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Should have it with wine. Wine. Why is it always wine? I love trying different countries' cheese when Lidl have the country week on. That's the best time to do it. Ali, Ali, oh, you're off. The eyes are winning the battle. No worries at all, Ali. You sleep well. And we shall see you soon. Welterusten, as they say in Japan. Don't like cheese with shite mixed in like chives or chilies. Just like a plain straight as it up. And if you want to add something else to it, you can do it yourself. And to whatever degree you want. French Tommy is nice. I don't know. Is it nice? Sounds a nice fella, doesn't he? Smoked Gouda is good. Gouda's really nice as well on its own, but it's there's not much taste to it, but it's creamy. The smoked thing I think is a bit nicer, isn't it? There's a bit more flavour to it. Blue cheese is a no for you. I think again it's very Marmite, isn't it? The people who like blue cheeses fucking love blue cheeses, and those who don't hate them. And there's no getting around it. You can't sort of like a blue cheese. You either love it or you hate it. Danish Blue. Used to watch that channel on Sky in the 90s. Eh, bit of Danish Blue for dads. I can't remember what channel it used to be, that one. It's a no from me. Alright, Dragon's Den here. Yeah, not my style. Don't mind a bit of brie. Bit of brie. In fact, my mate used to run the Ethical Glass in Liverpool. He used to do stuff like that. You had a bottle of wine, cheese board, or a charcuterie board, or a little bit of both. So you get a Chateau Neuf de Pape, a load of cheeses, a load of meats. And he'd do it at trade for us because we were in there all the time. And just have a nice night with a bit of like Frank Sinatra on the jukebox. Or you had music playing. And there'd just be like 7 or 8 of us in there, all lads from work and him. And he's from Birmingham. All right, lads. What are you having tonight? 8 pints. No. Chateau Neuf de Pape. Get the stuff out and we'd just sit there and have a cultured evening. Right in the middle of town, over the road from the Croc and the Pen and Wig. Just nice to have a little bit of something different sometimes. But yeah. Brie. Grapes. Bit of, don't know, Bressoul or something nice. You don't hate blue cheese, you just have to be in the right mood for it. Fair enough. But you do like it. It's not like, I don't mind it. I don't mind it, I can do with certain foods, so I don't mind it. I'll have it at a push. Rather than not a chance, I'm not eating that shite. Baked camembert with French stick and red currant jelly. Ooh. Steve, are you sure you're a hairy ass builder? That sounds very, very posh. That does sound nice, that, mate, I must admit. Camembert I don't mind either. I haven't had it with a French stick and red currant jelly. I'm going to have to try that. Oh, why are you all talking about food, you slags? Get M&S box of mixed cheese biscuits too. Cheesemongers completely different in the USA than the here in Europe in general. Well, our cheeses don't come out of spray cans for a start. But I think they have got some high class cheeses in the States as well, haven't they? Like sort of prize winners over there as well. I have to check that out. Because I know we are guilty of sweeping generalisation when it comes to Americans, and about 99.9% of them are completely wrong anyway. You know, cheese in a can. I know loads of Americans and very few of them eat cheese in a can. But they will go and buy high class stuff. Because they're not fucking daft. Jeff, we know you're Spartacus. He is. He's milking it now, isn't he? He's milking it. What kind of cheese do you use to summon a bear? Come on, bear.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
These are the jokes I've actually told Jess. What kind of cheese isn't yours? This is nacho cheese. What kind of cheese is made backwards? I know the answer, come on. Edam is, yeah. You're on a roll. Well, yeah. Especially if it's baked camembert on a roll. Only it's not a roll, it's a bap.
Next.
No, oh, that's it. You were the last one. Oh. You were the last one. A friend in Wisconsin sent over some good cheese. They're known as cheeseheads in Wisconsin. They are, aren't they? Is it the Green Bay Packers are known as the cheeseheads as well in the NFL? There's lots of good stuff over there. Just they don't get the fuck's why dogs barking now? Yeah, they don't get the credit for it. Or people just think that they're all squirty cheese in a can, and they're not. They're not. No more generalisations now. Oh, I are with my what? Doe, a deer, a female deer. Americans do like cheese, but not from the can. Now, some of them do, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't sell any bloody stuff, but your average person doesn't. It's not just every single person in the States is the same kind of shite. They don't. And then we can't really moan, can we? You know, turkey dinosaurs and smiley faces. Are we meant to answer? No. They're rhetorical questions. It's true what they say, all Scousers think they're comedians. They do. Some of us, of course, are. I think you'll find the UK's #1 sit-down comedian, verified. Cheese curds and poutine. Very, very Canadian, that, isn't it? They like that as well. Your chat box just noped you. I think Europe just has a better selection. We do. Our cheeses are way better. Probably because we have a better climate for it. So it's more suitable. We're more suited to making cheese where we are. In the same way that New Zealand are better at raising sheep than everyone apart from Wales. Just bigger place, more room. Better suited. And if you've got places like Cheddar, the actual place, Cheddar, the caves where you can put stuff in there, put the cheeses in there to mature, it's perfect. Don't suppose you could do that in the Grand Canyon, could you? Too hot. You have to think you're a Scouser. You're not, lad. You're a fucking wool, lad. You're a fucking Jedi, lad. Coming over here, lad. To you, we both are. To be honest, I was going to say, if you want to get technical about it, I live in Southport as well, which is Wolf Central, so neither of us are in Liverpool. Although I was born in Liverpool. Not down by the docks. Religion, the occupation, hard knocks. No. You want squeezy cheesy peas? Very fast show, Mandy, very fast show. No, Jacqueline, we are not. You're talking to two men of breeding here. Two men of culture. See, I'm starting to say book rather than book. There's a place in Liverpool called Caribou Poutine. They do salt and pepper poutine. What? Mrs. Tom would eat that over any meal. Whereabouts is that? I know there was a great place in Toxteth, wasn't it? Liverpool 8. That did all the Caribbean soul food that was called Jamaican Me Hungry. It was a great place. Don't blame her. Caribou Poutine, I'll have to look that up, aren't I? You found a Zippo lighter saying Everton with the logo for the football club. That will have been dropped by some drunken blue, obviously. Out and about in that day of London. After watching us get beat and getting drunk. That's what always happens. Shut up, fucking Wendy. Tune, man, tune. It's like somebody who lives in South London to you. They're still Cockneys, even if they don't come from the East End. But none of them talk like they're from London, do they? Although if you ask people from London, they'll say like Croydon's not London. Surrey. Not fucking London. Still sounds slightly Cockney-esque to me, but if you come to Merseyside and say to people from over the water, you're a Scouser, they go mad. Unless they're on holiday somewhere, at which point they'll quite happily pretend to be Scouse because it cuts out on all that in that strange conversation. Well, you sound like someone from Liverpool. Well, yet we are over the road from them. Caribou Poutine is on Hardman Street. No, we're getting drunk when they win. We don't know. We honestly don't know, Jackie. It hasn't happened in such a long time. In the shop on sale for 25 or 30 squid. A shower of sleet just started. You're not watching Everton games, are you? We say the same kind of thing. Similar. You have families in Kent. They claim they're posh Cockneys. Ironically, a lot of posh Cockneys have called me a Kent over the years. True story. I say, you, that man, you're an absolute Kent. Pockneys. Oh, here we go. I like that. Pockneys. You're such a Pockney. What are posh Cockneys? You could sing posh Cockneys to the tune of Rock Lobster by B-52s, couldn't you? Doon 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 doodly doon, posh Cockneys. See, my brain goes off in stupid places. That don't impress me much. Perfect timing. Didn't impress me either, and I was the one that came out with it. Hop the Pockneys. Do Pockneys support Harlequins rugby? I say, you, that man, biff him on the beak. Yeah, might be. Anyway, it's too late. It's too late, man. Where's my other stuff? It's that time, isn't it? Kirsty is a Cockney. A Cockney. She's a Cockney lady. Cockneys went to Essex. Yes, my friend, who is from Essex. She isn't. She lives in Essex because all her family moved there. They were from North London originally. They were all Arsenal fans. They're from Islington and Highbury and places, but they had to move out because everyone did. All the Cockneys moved, and now what you've got is just a pale imitation. A pale imitation. How do you say lovely jubbly in Pockney? I don't think you would you? Super, spiffing, marvellous. I say, what hole? Spiffing, I'll settle for that. Spiffing's a good one. Not born in that part of London. That's it. That's the way we see it, though. The rest of the country, if you're part of certain parts of London, you are a Cockney, but you're not, obviously, are you? I'm born within the sound of bow bells. Not me. Not me. Do. Oh my giddy uncle, of course. Absolutely super duper. Never trust people who say super as well. Are you in Bupa? Ah, super. Fuck off, super. Where's the Y in super? Fucking super. I say, that's absolutely super. You're so working class. That's super. Could you say fried chicken again, young man? Fucking swivel, lad. It is. Within the sound of bow bells. To be a proper cockney. What part of land are you from, Kirst? Yeah, got to be born in the sound of bow bells. Got to learn the knowledge by the age of 5. You got to know the middle names of all of the 1966 World Cup squad. And you've got to have a dog called Harry. Harry the dog was Millwall, wasn't he? Oh, I don't know, I can't remember. My brain exploded, you know. Yeah, for the rest of the country, actually, if you're from the north, anyone who's from south of Birmingham is a fucking cockney anyway. Luton, cockneys. Reading, cockneys. I got talking to someone from Reading once. Some girl, and she had the poshest voice I have ever heard in my life. It is incredible. And then was telling me about how rough that part of Reading was. What? You sound like a Radio 1 and a BBC 1 announcer from the 1940s. How on earth can you be from somewhere rough? I see her. Camden, northwest London. I can't believe I've never been to Camden. And obviously coming from the northwest, you have to get off at Euston, and Camden is just up the road from Euston. Never ever made it that way. I've been up west, obviously to watch Everton at QPR and what have you. Been to Brick Lane in the east, Arsenal, Croydon, but never been that little part. Weird. Sudden softy, yeah. Soft sudden bastards. Yeah. London is Cockneys, North is Scouse, and you and Helen will know everyone by their hamlet in your lovely county. That's the way it works though, isn't it? There's a difference between you and the people who live over the road, and yet everyone north of the Watford Gap. Fucking Scousers. It works that way. It's brilliant. I like that part of Britishness. Perfect. Perfect. I say perfect. I'm going to look it up on the map. Just north of Euston. Just north of Euston. The home of madness, yes. Dublin Castle. A couple of bands from Liverpool went down there recently to play the Dublin Castle in Camden. I think U2 played there as well when they first started out. Around Camden Market. Oh, the day Ben Stokes was doing his thing at Headingley in 2019. You were in Camden at Camden Lock, while Jack Leach was scoring his one. Yeah, that's where Amy Winehouse was from as well, Camden. Known as Inbred Bumpkins. Not to us, you are not. I was going to call you Stephen there because you were being naughty saying that, you know. Not at all. Been to the Roundhouse for a gig in that neck of the woods. What? That's a proper old school venue, that as well, isn't it? You're welcome, Jackie, you're welcome. Camden is a big section of London, it is. I'm having trouble saying the word that you need. It is a big borough, it is. It's a big borough. A big area. Is everybody from the Midlands a Brummie? No. No. But if you're from the north, everyone from the Midlands is a southerner. If you're from the south, everyone from the Midlands is a northerner. I love the fact that whenever Exeter or Torquay play anyone, even like Southampton or Portsmouth, they sing to them, you dirty northern bastards, which I think is hilarious. It's hilarious. No, we do understand. Brummies are from Birmingham. Yams from Wolverhampton and what have you. The East Midlands side, I don't quite get that. It's a weird place, East Midlands, isn't it? Derby, Nottingham and Derby, Mansfield. Very weird, East Midlands. Don't know what you call them, East Midlanders. Used to cut the grass for the poshest person I've heard, called Diane Geddes, a retired judge. I've heard that name. British Sea Power, first album, 20th anniversary one. Roundhouse is a great venue. You know, you go past it on the train, don't you? Seen it a few times. It looks brilliant. I've never been in. Brummies, baggies and yam yams. Yep. You're more in the Irish part. East Midlands, Maduck. Yep, Maduck. Or not Maduck. Went to Derby and Nottingham, actually. Last time I went to Nottingham, we won 1-0. Craig Short scored after 5 minutes. It pissed down non-stop. Gone to a Boss pub round the corner. Now had to walk over the bridge past Trent Bridge cricket ground. Retired years ago and moved to Ireland. Died 10 years ago in the 90s. I know that name as well, definitely. East Midlands weird, Notts normal. East Midlands in general and Nottingham's weird. I went to Long Eaton. That was a weird place as well. But Skem beat them. Beat Long Eaton. And my mates saved a good few good, easy goals. Bang, bang, bang. He was all over the place. Growl the cat. Don't forget Leicester. My daughter's boyfriend is in university in Leicester and she went to see him the other week. She said to me, what's it like? Leicester? Shit. No, I mean, what's it like? Shit. That was all I could tell her. The last time I went was with work and it was shit. And it was snowing and it was shit. Craig Short, never liked him. He was tall though, wasn't he? Oh, he was tall. Smidge under 6'2". Steve is Spartacus, yeah, final word. You were born in North Warwickshire, Armandy. Just claiming to be Welsh. Try and mess with people's heads. Is that why you sound like Carol Vorderman? That mixture of Welsh, Brummie and local TV news anchor. North Warwickshire. You're a southerner then. You're a southerner. Anywhere south of Matlock, you're a southerner. I don't know, what are Stoke? Do they class themselves as Midlands, Northerners? What are they? They're on the outskirts, aren't they? Don't seem to be part of anything. Just fucking Stoke. Stoke and Burslem. They are north, aren't they, I suppose? And people in Newcastle seem to think that Scousers are from the Midlands as well. It's bizarre. It's all very, very weird. Very weird. Anyway, it's fucking loads, man. It's 20 past 11. I need to go and eat something. I'm starving. Potteries. Yeah, the Potteries. I seen Middlesbrough played against Stoke, so I went to the Victoria ground and I was playing footy. They had a gym upstairs in the stadium where they must have trained when it was cold, and I was given a football and just went in there with some of the kids and we had a kick about for hours while they were getting pissed in there. It was great. All your parts are Welsh. You were just made in England. Oh, nice way of putting it, I suppose, isn't it? Morning, Slaggy. Yeah, get your dancing shoes on, it's time, man. Yeah, your feet, your legs, your arms and everything else in between. All you think of now is the great Potteries throwdown. Careful. Right, get your dancing shoes on. It's that time of night. It's that time of night. Look, the screen is bare, caressed by cold air.
Now get in my hot tub for a
Spartacus.
Hoo-yah!